Alright, I have the things recording now. See if Ross wants to join, just to get some numbers in here. I feel like only Phoenix is able to pull anyone to actually show up on time. Everyone's scared of getting banned by him, so they actually show up.
Sure.
It's Dago's birthday? Did not know that.
Apparently.
Alright, I'm gonna give it another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we will just commandeer, if nothing else.
What are we commandeering?
So we'll just start, just without anyone. Just lead the charge, because I don't want to make this into like a 2-hour affair. I figure it's just oh, what's up, Goat Satan?
Podcast?
So what? It's up to what, Potato Shaga's thing? That's who's in, right?
No. This is Goat Satan is from Aragorn. Oh, what's
No,
up, Slark?
No, I don't care about him. I just want to know what team he's in.
Oh, is Surfs? Oh, did I not give Surfs up a permission? Let's see, Surf.
Your general one doesn't need permission.
Why do you want Chaga to be here?
No, I know.
No, I was
Shot.
just wondering teams I need to look at to say how dog shit they all are. I couldn't remember.
Mark is a mid?
My team is a dog shit. Or worse. We're a horse shit.
Hey man, I'm the second best off laner in RD2 in EST today. Why am I marked as a mid?
Weren't you?
Play off.
Wait, how is he chatting in here? But I don't see
Kind
his.
of not, but kind of yes.
They swap around.
You played
Yeah,
mid
this
against
season
Flash.
is this season is a fucking mess with where I am. Well, any of our cores are.
Serves that, bro.
Like 2 weeks ago, I really didn't want to play against Festival mid, so I just forced Aircoin to go mid.
I think you going mid gave us the dub. Played ya.
What team are you again, Muffins?
I think we won.
Shaga. He's a Shaga team.
Let me go look.
I think you played
I just-
Bloodseeker for some
I just
fucking
don't
reason.
remember the results.
Well, you beat us the first game, and then we beat you the second game, I think.
Yeah, we did 1-1 that series. I mean, I fucking owned on Necro game 1, and then game 2.
All right. So, in general, the idea here is to basically basically make everyone competitive and create tier lists for all the players in the league. And then second, after all that, we will create a collaborative playoff bracket in Challenge and see how wrong or right the collaborative group is about it. That was kind of what I was thinking. Because I think puts a little bit more fire in people's spirit if you label them as an F tier versus an S tier. As you know, Pingu's been bitching about his C tier since since forever, honestly, since week 1.
Yeah.
It's true.
So that's how I figured we'd go about it. So I will link the document that I created if you guys want to see, or you can look at my stream. And honestly, I could just stream in Discord too, if you guys prefer that way too. Here we go, and I will stream in both. Share your screen. Go live. All right, so now you guys have 2 streams. Both I got this one, and the Discord one. All right. So I figure we could just start off with the carries, since we got Snark in here anyways, and we could kind of go down the carries, and then we got Goat Sid and me, and we could kind of think about who we don't want to lane against, or you know, whatever. Well, Goat Sid does more often than me. I guess we need my brother here to say who he didn't like laning. I know for my brother, it'd definitely be Leica, and the S tier for carries. What do you guys?
I think like it's undisputed, probably Leica, Aragorn are top 2 carries in the division.
Yeah,
Right?
not giving Nerd the
Right,
shout
is it
out he
Leica?
deserves.
Or is Leica someone else? Am I thinking of someone else?
Leica is the guy on Alvarof's team.
Like is the immortal 200 player.
Aragorn, he's
Yeah.
okay. He's
I-
not Leica level though.
I don't think Aragorn is S
Like-
tier
Yeah,
personally.
definitely better
Leica
than
is
Aragorn.
the
Well, no,
best
I don't think
carry at the moment.
I don't think Aragorn is scary to play against. But I think Aragorn is just so consistent that he's
He's a
at
better
least-
captain? Sure. I'm a better carry.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no,
if,
I think Aragorn you can just always trust to. He doesn't care about who his lane partner is. He knows how to work with low MMR supports at all times. Can always deal with that, and no matter what the lane is, he will always get something out of it, and that arguably makes him top 2 carries.
Okay, so this is an Aragorn apologist. This is just their bread and butter right here.
yes. Well, I mean, he is on their team, so he's got to do propaganda.
I mean, like, I don't know. I just from playing with him, he's always super consistent. Like,
Oh, I agree. I'd say he's like A tier, right? Like, although I would never be like, I lost both my lanes and like Aragorn's gonna carry my team to victory. Like, I guess I would put it that way, right? Like, he'll never. At least I haven't versed him in a situation. Although, granted, I haven't versed Aragorn that many times either. Like, it's like I can't be too opinionated.
as an individual player, no, Aragorn will never solo carry the game, but I think just the fact that he will always be in a position to, unless like everything breaks down, he'll always
Mhm.
be in a position to be top 3 net worth. At least as a carry, he'll always be doing something when playing. Like, I don't know.
So you're saying Aragorn doesn't got that dog in him to be number 1?
Yeah, no, I certainly don't think he's like the best, but I think he is easily like just top 2 because just how consistent. He's always gonna get what he wants, what he needs, at least what he needs to like have a ability to play the game.
Okay. So in the spirit of this, because obviously Satan is a loyal soldier, do you guys know how chats have channels or whatever in Discord? If you hover over the meeting room and click open chat, you can see I posted all the names of the carries. The person who gets the most S tiers will get thrown in the S tier and vice versa. So if I like, for example, I'm gonna add a reaction of S to Leica. Right there, that's my vote for Leica. I think I would say Snorik has potential sometimes to be S tier, but I don't think I've been that scared into your lane. I feel like my brother did really good into your lanes, both games you guys played, and they didn't have me in the games.
Hey, your brother's also a divine player. Leica lost to our 2 lowest MMR players.
He kind of
I mean-
lost to Metal Mercury
Yeah,
and,
you
and, a
don't
guy,
bluff.
and a guy that fucking broke down and left. Alright? Lost to. Alright?
Somehow I do.
Leica,
Well,
okay, yeah. Leica is really good. He's a really good player. He's a really good immortal. He is much better. Like, he's probably like a support player, right?
Yeah.
His carry pool is so fucking small.
Oh, I agree. It is small. I think you could
His
pick around
fabled
it.
Ursa fucking like got dismantled by us.
Yes, I saw that. And so to keep things moving, I want to kind of go over all the carries, and then you guys can do more consistent voting because I kind of just threw a bunch of names, and I don't know if everyone knows all the carries. So Aetheriel, I believe, is the carry for Surf's Up team. I think Surf's Up, you could talk him up a little bit because that's probably one of the carries I know the least about. If you want to speak at all, I know you just joined.
I don't have a lot to say. I'd say, obviously he's a, lower MMR carry. So, there are weaknesses, but I would say I've been like I'd say he's done better than I expected. So don't really have much other than that to say.
Yeah, he's your lower MMR hero player, right? Because it's Vinny and Jid for mid. So it's like the MMR disparity goes from there, I imagine. Which
Yeah,
which fucking sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, when I was drafting, I was going for someone else for carry, and it got picked before I got it. So I kind of had to like we all have to do, go
Yeah.
with the alternate, and so it kind of threw us into that situation. But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of which, look at your team. How the fuck did Hobbs get Matu, who's also fucking immortal, into his team? Was it Matu not immortal at the start of the season or something?
No,
He's on divine.
He was divine.
he's divine.
Oh, okay. Because we scrimmed them and like, yeah, he was solid and stuff like that. But like, I just looked at his MMR, like, how the fuck did Hobbs, who's like number one or number two for MMR, get this fucking guy on his team? Like, I could barely get 2 divines, let alone and low MMR divines at the time. So I was very much surprised by that. All right, so Ithriel solid but low MMR. We got Hugo for Breakable. Breakable's not here to represent him, but to my understanding, their team has basically been near undefeated since they switched him out. He switched with Coco, which apparently I heard was PMA last season, but went like off the rails this season.
We broke him. That's what we did.
Yeah.
You should watch the breakable fucking viewpoint on his Twitch. He just ignored him the second game they were facing against us. He was just broken.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys played him before or after us, but I remember Coco be like during our game, because I watched the replay, was like, everything you do, Breakable, makes me angry. Like everything. Like, goddamn. But anyways, since that point, they have gone near undefeated. They have lost 1 game. They haven't dropped any more than that.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you
just look-
mean people have allowed them to pick Tusk and Ursa, and they've won off the back of that, and that's about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, this last week I'm looking at
And they've
Chicago topped off.
Yeah, they've versed some weaker teams other than passive, like Gub, Jerbear, Golf Balls, and Doberman. Like those are all just like really low teams this season. I'd say those are the 3 teams that just like felt like something out of a previous season. Everyone else this season felt kind of scary in some way, but those 3 just felt really like below the bar.
Question: are the players on this list? Is this just looking at
Curry.
playoff playoff teams then?
Yes, playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was Hugo. He basically seems to be a solid Ursa player from what I can tell. I think he has one other game other than Ursa since he joined. Then for HK is a 4 player to my understanding. I talked with him recently, but he's playing carry for David's team. Does anyone know him very well?
I know HK. I used to play with him when I stacked or when I duo queued with Bearcat a long time ago. I used to play with HK sometimes. I knew him as a mid player, but I mean, he's like a solid player.
Yeah, I'm looking at their four most recent games. He has had 1 bad game on Faceless, and other than that, he's done really good. He has like 4 deaths in 3 games, and then if you count the 4th, he's got 6, and everything else has been pretty good. Some LD play,
Is he an immortal?
yes, Immortal
Yes.
2K.
He's on my friends list. I'm putting him right there.
He's on my friends list too, and I don't know why.
I have no idea how he got
He-
there.
I
But
used
he's
to be
there.
friends with him.
Yeah. So after Humble Korean, we got KC for Ghost Squad, which I remember Ghost Squad seemed surprisingly stronger than I thought they would be, but I don't remember much about their carry. Does anyone know KC much?
Nope.
Let's see.
I don't even know the name.
Let's see. I'm clicking the links to see how KC's been doing. KC.
Like Carrie Ava?
Yeah. I don't.
Pretty vague.
Oh shit. I think that may have been a sub or something, or I don't know.
Or Desire?
Did they switch him out? Because this is different players, different team. KC, let's see. What is his profile show up as. I wish there was a Dota buff icon here on the player view, so you don't have to click into a player every single time. So he's Divine 5 and his name's Cat. And this
That's it.
there
We played week 6.
is that it?
That's the most recent. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he's been subbed. He had a good Slark game, it looks like. Slark kind of, honestly, in RD12 feels kind of strong. When I wasn't there, I feel like if your team is discombobulated, people struggle to keep up with
This
the...
also would have been last patch too.
Yeah. So he has okay scores. He doesn't seem like he's like he has 8 deaths on this Clinks game, but and then it looks like you guys beat him in that game. I don't know if you remember that
Yeah,
game.
I think week 2.
Yeah. So it's like it seems like perhaps not the greatest. So there's that guy. I guess he's not involved enough, so straight to F tier he goes. We got Dogwater, Sikkim. So he seems solid to me. I mean, I don't think Doggo's here. So oh no, Doggo's here. What do you think of Sikkim? I have my opinions too because he was my 5 for AD2L. So I know him.
He is not like the standout pos one that you're gonna see with like Aragorn Snork, but like what we found out is if we give him like reasonable amount of space, he can do a lot of fucking good work. It just depends on like how our laning stage goes in the offlane and mid.
Okay. Yeah, he seemed pretty solid. He's very PMA from when I played with him.
Yes.
And
Very fucking PMA.
level-headed. So I think that already gives him a point or two. Then I got Ryan on my team. We were started with the season with Key, but then he broke the fuck out of his elbow and has not played Dota since. So we've been playing with this guy called Ryan since then. I like him a lot. I think he's very level-headed, PMA. I think his hero pool is not the deepest, but I think he's reliable. And I think that's important, especially since, when you have like a Divine 2 carry, it's like, I think level-headedness and consistency is usually more important than like flashy plays and stuff like that. At least that's my opinion about that. Then we got Aragorn, where Goat Saiyan has touted as S tier carry, best carry NA.
I only see A votes, so I don't think he's S tier. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Who's
would
the one
yeah,
F
no,
out?
I would never advocate. I think he's the top of A tier, like 3rd or 2nd best. But like, like I said before, it's literally just you know exactly what you're getting. He's gonna always do decently in his lane. He's never gonna lose lane hard. Or if he does lose the lane, he's gonna at least come out with the ability to get somewhere, and just consistency. I think is the biggest thing with Aragorn.
Oh, can people not hear you guys? Hold on, let me. It says. Hold on. It says. Oh no, they can hear you. You're just quiet. That's weird. Here, let
I
me.
guess turn up your desktop.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Or actually, no, that's open volume mixer.
Why is no one's mentioning Ross in S tier carries?
Can't. Yeah.
He's not a carry right now.
Ross, he's not playing carry.
No, Ross is not playing carry. Ross
He's playing pos 5.
He's playing post
for
5.
the season.
What the fuck?
He's
Yeah.
not playing carry for this season, so we can't mention him as a carry.
Yeah.
He's busy getting boosted by the brothers.
That bristleback was us just kind of throwing, I think.
I also think that Aragorn was really good last patch. Now his team kind of falls off this patch. Pretty damn.
Yeah.
We literally just dumpstered the shit out of this last week.
I didn't watch it, so
Who did you
doesn't
guys
exist
play?
to me.
Let's
We
see.
just
Didn't
we
watch it, didn't
literally
happen.
just we literally just took K-Stig's team and just
Oh, it's
put them
K-Sticks,
in a
bro.
fucking trash can outside the fucking.
They didn't even make it to
abandoned-
playoffs,
Oh, don't
dude.
fucking, you can't be like, oh, we just destroyed K-Sticks. It's like, you took candy from a baby? Nice job, bro.
Hey man, it doesn't matter how you get the candy, you got the candy.
right, let's move on to Shaga. What? So Shaga, I used to not like as a carry very much. I think he's changed my mind a little bit. I think he was too opinionated and it clashed with my style. I think him as a captain's better because he can like force his opinion onto others and not.
He's mellowed out too.
Mums,
He's
how do
mellowed
you
out a
feel
bit.
about that?
I put him C tier. I think he's really good at Dota. I think he doesn't work that well with low MMR players.
Mhm.
He makes our legend player like rage quit Discord every week. Um,
Jesus.
Now, are you just are you just trolling right now, or is this
No, I'm
real?
not.
I don't know, cause I
from the team.
No,
This-
last season
this
was
is-
like the team was really good. I thought.
He has
They're
high
chill.
expectations, and most of the time we can deliver those expectations. Sometimes he'll be frustrated, but I think for Dota wise, he's really good.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it the legend player that's the problem? You just can't take it?
I mean, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus.
Too late.
You've already thrown the legend player under the bus.
I'd rather throw my immortal player under the bus.
Muff,
Yeah.
have you ever considered
Shag-
that you could be the problem?
Shaga is very opinionated.
Lifestealer.
I would say it has taken many weeks to convince him to go Scepter on Nature's Prophet. So
Mm,
we're getting there though.
I think, yeah, I like Shaga more as a shot caller. I still think he has some limitations because he's very stubborn about his opinion of Dota. I also tend to be stubborn about my opinion of Dota, but I think he takes it to a higher level than me. But you know, obviously he's doing well with his MMR. He's went up from like 2 seasons ago from like Divine to Immortal. So, you know, maybe he's doing something right. Or maybe Naga spam is too strong. I don't know. So then we got.
Nah, he doesn't Naga spam that much anymore.
Oh, okay. I don't know what he's been picking lately.
He
so-
does.
Yeah, we dumpstered his Naga.
I feel
He
like
does a little bit of natures now.
I think his natures is better.
Okay. So it does seem like I did see some playthroughs of when he was playing Natures. It felt like he could command his team a little bit better and join them. But maybe that's why he's been liking it. He likes the backseat, like coach his team where to go, and then he teleports and shows up. So I have mixed opinions about him. I'd say if he was a little bit more flexible, he could probably make it to S tier. But I think with his inflexibility, he stays in like A tier.
Yeah.
We got Snork, which I think is probably one of the stronger like late game, mid game carries there is. Although I do think, I don't know if it's like, I feel like you guys have such a strong lane, but so sometimes you guys dumpster or sometimes you guys get pushed out, but you always fucking find farm.
Hey,
So
hey, Han. I'll be honest with you. I'll level with you. I'm fucking suck at lane. All right, that's why I put Pingu
I
as
can
my
agree.
5.
Yeah.
I'm not the best laner, but something I have above Aragorn and something you need as a carry is that you need to fucking be able to close out those mid to late games. I don't think Aragorn can do that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was
I don't
alluding
think
to.
I don't think he has the dog in him. I don't think he's got that fucking. I'm gonna fucking 1v5 this game.
Oh, like
Yeah.
when you went 6-6-4 on Lena during the Lena patch
Hey man, that was my
And
first game
lost
as Lena.
in 41 minutes.
That was my first game as Lena. I don't actually remember this.
Okay.
It was like
It probably
week 3.
exists, but I don't fucking remember this.
It was week 3, so.
Snork's already blocked it out of his
So when
memory.
you played Carry Marcy and didn't go Battle Fury,
No, that was because a lot of the Chinese DPC was doing armlet, and we didn't really know about Battle Fury at the time. Hey, I'm always doing cutting edge stuff. I don't just pick CK every game. My bad.
And pick CK every game.
yeah, no, I mean Slurk is definitely like, I think like top 3.
Yeah, Snork. The top 3 is honestly like a Aragorn Snork. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that.
Mm-hmm. So then we got after Snork, the last carry, Nerd.
Trash.
Easy S tier.
Easy.
I
fucking
would say
dump
it would be
out
very
the local
generous
RP.
to keep him outside of like C tier. I think C tier is as good as he's gonna rise until Riki's buffed.
Until Ricky's buff.
I don't know.
I think he's underrated.
Yeah. Here, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's pull up his stuff.
I
Let's
don't
see.
think he's underrated.
So
I think he's accurately rated.
Yeah.
So the thing with any carry on Hobbs' team is Hobbs will almost always make a lot of space for their carry, and that is always going to boost the carry stats a little bit. And let's see. So he went 7-7 Drow, 2-5 on Faceless, 3-2 on Faceless again, 10-3, good score there. 12-5 on PA, a little too many deaths maybe on PA. And then we got 4-3 on Drow. So one or two okay strong performances, but he also has
All
two
of his
immortal.
deaths are tactical.
Okay.
Tactical feeding. So
Sure,
his
dog.
off lane and mid gets more gold.
Yeah.
Sure, dog.
Yeah. So I think his biggest problem is that maybe he, even though he has two immortals making space for him, his stats aren't like that amazing. He's got like one solid stat game. I don't know. I think if I had two immortals making space for me, I feel like even if I was playing carry and I suck at carry, I think I could do pretty good.
Fair point. Fair point.
So
I also just want to say for Snilork, for the last 10 games, he's played 10 different heroes.
so variety. Variety is spice
I
of
do.
life.
I'm the fucking Atlantic, bro. My shit's huge.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
buddy. Tell yourself what you need to sleep at night.
Bro,
The-
it is.
The second leaner game that he played, you'll notice that he destroyed on it. 27-21.
Aragorn he has a decent ceiling. My ceiling's just higher. I may be worse at sometimes. My ceiling's higher.
All right. So I'm gonna do my votes too just now. I'll agree with Aragorn being an A tier. I'll put Chaga in A tier for myself. Let's see where the votes end up after I'm done. All around good guy, all F tier. Oof.
Yep. We didn't even talk about him.
Oh shit, we did skip over him. Oh
skipped
no,
over
it.
I'm
Poor guy.
sorry. So
Yikes.
so we got all around good guy from Festival Squad. All right. So does anyone know him very well? Other than being a good guy.
I remember him in CDL and he was like a 4-5 player, but outside of that, no.
I mean, I think he's like decent, and he's definitely benefiting from the fact that he can probably
He has
do
a
whatever
festival.
the fuck, and then Festival will just get the game to a certain point where he should always be able to do something, just by the fact where Festival will just they'll win his lane or come out ahead, and then it's just up to your carry being competent at farming and patterns and knowing when to show up.
Yeah.
That I think any competent carry, which he certainly is, can make use out of.
Yeah. So you think he's maybe floating with the tide, right? The tide of festivals raising him above the water.
Certainly. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we played them. We got 0-2 to them. I think that was mostly just because. I mean, I felt like I got dumpstered in my lane game one. I actually got dumpstered in my lane against him both games. We just really fucking fucked that up. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's solid. He's very solid.
What rank is he?
He's ancient.
Mid ancient.
So I think for his rank, he's doing solid, but I think he is maybe getting the benefit, which is I think what I was talking about with the guy on Hobbs' team, Nerd, right? Because it's like you're playing with Hobbs, and it's similar to Festival. Like they both make a lot of space, and it's like I feel like you should be able to make a lot, like do a lot with that space if you're given it. So maybe underperforming at that end. But like he seems to have decent games. I saw his stats. None of them were he had no 7 death state games like Nerd did. So I think that was pretty solid. So I'm gonna look through the numbers now. So we got S tier for Leica, pretty hands down. We got Ethereal is 2 votes
F.
for C
Yikes.
tier.
The fuck
I'll-
you put F, motherfucker?
I'll put him in there.
But isn't he like Crusader?
No, he's legend.
So I will say we should do relative, right? Like for their MMR and like the mitigating circumstance, like how good is their higher MMR player making them look, stuff like that. I'd say Hugo is fair to put in B tier. You know, it's like he hasn't really performed outside of like a few heroes, so we'll see how they go. Humble Korean, 3 votes for B, 2 votes for A. I almost voted him into A just because I'm impressed with how well he's been doing as a 4 player, but I mean ultimately we're not adjusting for that, so had to throw him down into the depths. So we got KC got thrown into B tier. Dogwater is, there's 3 question marks. Someone has to break the tie. What is Dogwater? Is he B or A?
Dog water, dog shit, F tier. Nobody knows.
I don't know.
know.
Doggo. Dog. Call it on the flip.
I would say B.
B tier.
Just yeah.
All right. I mean, Dogwater.
I,
goes to
I
B.
personally don't think he's a tier carry at the moment.
Okay. And then we got Ryan. He got thrown into the C tier. 2 votes. All right. And then we got Aragorn, which got thrown into A tier. Our first A tier so far. And then we got Shaga, A tier as well. And then finally we got Good Guys F, the one and only, and Snorik into A tier. All right. And then where is he? Around goes to F tier. Sorry, buddy. And then Nerd. Did Nerd survive? Oh no, Nerd did not survive. He
Wait,
was-
what? Oh, I'm fucking A tier? This is bullshit.
All right. So we got people got thrown into the depths of hell.
At least
Alright.
put Snork at top A tier. He at least got some S tier votes.
All right.
I mean, does that
There
matter?
you go.
Where
There
you-
you go. Here's your consolidation.
I
pads.
feel like Aragorn is so definitively A tier that he should be at the top, though.
Ah.
He is the embodiment of an A tier.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. Well, so let's move on to the mids.
Oof.
You guys can flame whoever.
I don't know, man. I never see Aragorn in ranked anymore either. What
He
happened
literally
to that?
doesn't play ranked. He just fucking 5 stacks. on
Yeah,
ranked.
bro. Come on. Play some ranked.
I try to get him to come play ranked with me, but he never feels. But he never wants.
Nah. Fuck duo queuing. Fucking solo queue that shit. Rip it.
I don't
I
solo
think
queue
Aragorn
much
just doesn't
either
have
anymore.
the energy within him to solo queue. Oh no.
G tier for Taco.
What the fuck?
Hey, be nice to me. It's my birthday.
Yeah, if
Fuck
Yeah, happy
off.
birthday.
If I'm being marked as a mid, then I guess
Well, you've played mid the most on your team
B.
when I was looking through it.
or no, you know what? I'll be honest. I'm a C tier if I'm a mid.
All right, let's go through the mids. Let's see what we got. We got Tomo. He's on Leica squad. He's like the clown of Michigan, I believe, or at least.
Yes.
So, he seems solid. I mean, he's low MMR, but he's not Dirge. You know, he's not really pulling out any crazy games. They're definitely relying on Leica to win the game. I don't know. Does anyone have any opinions on him other than that?
I mean, he beat Aragorn mid AM, so.
He went AM against Aragorn.
Oh, no, that was Leica that week. Never mind. No, he played carry the week I played against.
Oh, like I went mid.
For me, Tomo's hero pool is just not the best at the moment.
Yeah.
Played a
Like-
carry Meepo against us. Yeah, that was not good.
Hmm. So not the greatest hero pool is what I'm hearing.
He's legend, so it's
think he has, like, a-
acceptable.
I think he just has like a weird-ish pool.
Mm-hmm. What
Like
about
Storm's coming back into the meta, and he plays that a lot. So like that probably brings his hero pool back up. But Invoker just I feel is not the best hero at the current moment,
yeah?
Hey,
even for RD2L. So it's like
I'm just gonna say he drew lane as mid invoker against Festival Pudge.
Mm.
They didn't win the game, but he drew lane. 7-minute Midas.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Pudge, I don't think likes going into Invoker.
yeah. But the Pudge Invoker lane is definitely Invoker favored.
Yeah. So we got Jid as number 2. Jid seems solid. I feel like this patch wasn't as strong for him as previous patches, but I haven't watched his games as much this season. I feel like the crazy like run at you mid is maybe a little bit less popular as it used to be. So I don't know. But does anyone watch much of his games? Or we have Surfs Up. He's the champion.
I'd say it's done really, really, really well. Even with what you said, I mean, I would say it's definitely probably limited. His pool is probably the only weakness, but he's been really solid. I mean, without, like you were saying, we only have like 2 high MMR players, so and only one's immortal, and then Jid's divine. So with how much of an impact he's making, it's been necessary for us to make it to playoffs.
Jid is just an overall solid mid. He'll always be just a absolutely solid mid for RE2L. His hero pool is also just always in fucking meta. Like Ember, Puck, Storm, for the most part, are just always fucking good meta heroes that he can just pick and absolutely dumpster somebody with.
Yeah.
The only game that wasn't good with him was we picked NP for him, and he doesn't play NP. So that was bad. But otherwise...
He had a bad Underlord game, I see here.
That was also a really bad pick. So yeah, I forgot about that game. Yep.
Yeah.
Was that against us? Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we changed his Ember and then we dumpstered them 2 games.
Yeah, it was the Vinny picked Necro and into Drow.
Oh yeah, and
and our lane got fucked.
It was really bad.
That was really
some
not
witch
fun.
doctor or something, right?
Yeah. So that was a bad week for us. But I think, other than that, I mean, I think Jid did good on the other game that wasn't.
Man, it's funny, Pingu. Every time we play someone, they just say bad week for us, guys. Bad week for us.
Okay.
The second game you guys almost won off the back of your witch doctor late game, but
that shit was crazy.
Honestly, we should have won that game, I think. But...
he wouldn't die.
So
I think we just drew at the end because we didn't give a fuck anymore. The game was over. That's what I remember.
I don't know, man. I think it was close. I think it could have gone either way. The second game.
No, the second game lasted. The last team fight lasted like 2.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It was really fucking.
It was insane.
But now that I think about it, that wasn't like it was only the Underlord game that was bad. I feel like.
Yeah. So we got Pogtivity for Breakable Squad.
I don't know him much at all.
He seems to have good scores, but I mean, once again, weaker teams recently. I don't know when we
give him Tusk, he seems to do well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see how I did against him because I am It was early in the season. Breakable. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, his Tusk seems cracked, but.
Yeah, it's we 2-0'd them from what I remember. Let's see. So Pogtivity was playing carry at the time, and then he went. DNGI went mid in the other game. All right, so I never laned against him, but he has good scores and into weaker teams. So I don't know. I guess I can't say he's like a crazy player because I don't know enough about him. But that's all we know. We have Fadmorg for the David squad. These guys are the people I'll be versing. He definitely, I think, is Fadmorg's one of their higher MMR players, if I remember correctly.
In a bye week 8.
Yeah, they edged out on that. Yeah, Fadmorg is a Divine 3.
Playoffs.
So he likes Huskar, for what I remember. I don't want to share too much of my research, obviously. No, I mean, he seems solid. He's like a solid Divine 3. I don't know if his hero pool is as broad as Jid's, but, there's that. There's Ghost. When we laned against him, or when I played against him, he seemed decent. I don't think I was wowed or anything like that, but he really played a decent tiny mid, if I remember correctly. Has anyone played the Ghost Squad recently?
I played them week 3, but my week 3 was scuffed because I was running on fucking 50 pack. I lost the entire series, so.
Yeah, we were stuck only playing the top level teams, so we didn't get to them, unfortunately.
We did play them, but I honestly don't remember what he played, and I think we 2-0'd them.
Yeah.
He played SF and Viper in the game we played. His Viper was fucking amazing, and his SF is honestly dog.
So now we got.
He- His SF was dog as I'm playing in Ember, and he did not roll me in the matchup like he should. But
Mhm. I gotcha. So I could see that if you're not used to playing SF, like Ember is one of those heroes where if you're not familiar with the matchup, he can kind of like change his
he
spell
is
build.
used to playing SF. He has 250 games on it.
Oh well, I can't speak then.
So
I don't know. I fucking hate. I don't know, man. Ember tilts me to the fucking moon. I fucking hate playing as that hero because he can change his spell build, and then suddenly he can lane against like 90% of heroes.
yeah,
It's kind of infuriating. But yeah.
SF Ember is one of the matchups, in my opinion, where there's nothing you can do as the Ember. Like you kind of just have to bite the fucking bullet and take the L
Yeah.
in lane.
So after that, we got Doggo, the man himself, the birthday boy.
You've skipped Ghost.
I thought no, we
No,
talked over. We
literally
just,
just
talked about-
Yeah, we literally just talked about that guy.
unless you were talking about Fadmorg while we were talking about Ghost.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about Fathomord.
Oh yeah, we talked about Fadmorg for a little bit, then we went straight to Ghost. So you're
Okay.
talking about Fadmorg. So.
Yeah, I was talking about Fathomord for the.
Okay, I was
SF
curious
game.
because I was like, I didn't know Ghost had so many fucking SF games.
No, that was Fathomord. I didn't realize we swapped to Ghost. Ghost, I've not played, so I've.
He seemed solid. I mean, he didn't seem
No
like
info on
he
him.
didn't really blow my mind in terms of gameplay. We got
Ghost doesn't look. He's a literally everything player.
yeah. I mean, his tiny was solid. He knew how to make a lot of space off that. But I mean, he's got, let's see, Ghost mediocre scores, and he played against Phoenix, Jerbear, and K-Sticks in the last 3 weeks, which I think against those three teams you should do decent against.
Yeah.
K-Stick doesn't come in. So
Mm-hmm.
He played Tiny in one of the games against us, but we beat them pretty hard. So.
Yeah. So after that, we got Doggo. What do you guys
I
think
think
of
the
this
be- I think
this guy?
The best descriptor for Doggo is Doggo, and he's gonna do Doggo things.
Level bulwark on Mars mid. Yeah.
He's
that-
gonna pick Ember, do okay, and
Okay. Rude.
I mean, I don't think you're like. I mean, this last week you did kind of pop off, but this is also against Kevin. So
I don't count that.
you
count
dum-
that
you-
week.
yeah, you dumpstered Kevin, but it's Kevin. So
I dumpstered the Kevin all random draft.
okay. I mean, you also had a week 7 bye, so that tells you something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I did-
Okay.
I did
Is this
stand-
the team that got the 7 and 9 to 9 wins off of a bye?
oh yeah.
Oh my
we
God.
were 5 and 7, got by was 7 and 7, then we faced the all random
weakest-
team.
The weakest
Yeah.
team in the league.
we faced the team that literally went all random.
Oh, okay. So you weren't the team. Who's the team that was 7 and 9 or 7 and 7 and then got a bye or whatever?
I think that was David's team, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, David's team.
Yep, they had a bye
buyed
last week.
into- I mean,
Okay, that's
they could have 2-0'd into playoffs, but yeah, they definitely the bye guaranteed them playoffs.
we need content about how the way matchups happen in this league. I don't think it works.
Matchups are you are supposed to play the person closest to your record that you have not played.
No other
Yeah.
sports league works that way.
The
I
problem the
mean,
problem it leads to certain people getting like 3 weeks of softies. Like I mean, what was the team we just saw that played like Jerbear, Gub, and fucking Phoenix 3 weeks in a row?
Doesn't that make it more fun? Because it
That
gives
was,
people
uh,
chances to get in.
Here's the thing.
That was the Ghost team.
Is the only other option is just you throw every team in, you generate a season, and then you just play you just have an 8-week season where you know who you're playing every week.
Yeah.
Which I
But,
Which
like-
that can potentially run into the issue of you play the bottom 7 teams.
Yeah, and you just win.
But that's, I mean, I think anyway. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put us on a different track.
Yeah, I mean that's like a whole fucking like hour long topic of like
Yeah.
what's distinctly the best way of
All
doing
right.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, so after that, we have Doggo, which everyone has their opinions about Doggo. Ember, good. Everyone else, F, right? No?
Uh,
Yeah.
here, no, here.
You-
I will. Can we
You give
caveat?
me
Doggo Ember, A tier. Doggo anything
Yes.
else,
fucking
What about
C tier
Viper?
or
E
F
or
tier.
F.
Didn't
I
you used to
am-
play
Yeah.
like Viper or something too, or something? I
No.
can't remember.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I
you
am-
do. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Everyone
What?
plays Viper, whether
Well,
you
yeah.
pick it a lot or not. Doesn't
I'm
Yeah.
I, okay, I guess you could say that, but my most playeds are Ember, Meepo, Visage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is just right.
So
Yeah.
so now after
Meepo.
Meepo,
Yes.
yes.
That's got to be bad.
Oh shit! Fuck, dude.
My Meepo's my most played, and it has a fucking 54% win rate at the
I'm
moment.
just, I'm just,
Fifty-three point six.
I'm just
Or, yeah,
messing with you, dude.
53.
All right, all right, all right. Next,
Meepo's fucking dog
let's
shit,
keep this
so.
conversation on the rails. We got Heroes in Your Earth, me. After that, I will not speak to myself. You guys can vote on me.
I mean, you're clearly your entire team since your team failed without you.
well, I'm also
But-
I will
captain.
say, the week where I stood in for Alvarov team against you guys, your stand-in was not up to par.
Yeah, it's very hard to find a stand-in that is playing mid nowadays. I feel that that isn't a lot higher than MMR. I don't know many
You'll
like you know.
If you also lose a captain, it fucks everything up.
Yeah,
But-
unless you
You
have
lose your
someone
drafter,
there.
you lose like the guy that makes most of the shot calls. It's fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you're a rare team that actually has like a voice that's not just the captain.
Yeah. That was kind of us my first season with Epic. He was usually pretty vocal. But this season, I feel like we don't have that as much. My brother's a little bit more quiet, except for when he rages.
No, is this
This is Doggo's Meepo in competitive games. His best hero. Happy
man.
birthday.
I do not play Meepo a ton in league games.
Is that a
Yeah.
1.7 KDA?
But no, you can see that's 4 months ago. The one is 4 months ago. The last time I had played it prior to that was December of 2020.
Okay.
Meepo just has not been good.
Okay. So that was me. After that, we have Goat Satan. I'm gonna let you guys talk about Goat Satan, and then for a moment, I'll be right back. I need a minute, but
I mean,
what do you guys
Halftime
think?
mid. Not even a
I mean,
true mid.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say, is Goat saying a mid?
technically, I think I've played more mid games than I have offlane this season, but all of my games are just I'm playing the 3 anyway.
From mid.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm BC because I'm gonna do what I want normally. I feel like most of the games when I'm mid, I'm getting what I want, which is protecting my tower, not hard losing my lane, but I'm just playing some fucking Necro
Bristleback.
Venge mid. The Bristleback
Hunter.
game I played Tide mid. I'm just I'm playing weird shit that's just I'm gonna just do 3 things. My Darkseer mid though, that was nasty.
I think Goat, you're a good deny mid pick. You just turn the mid lane into not a lane anymore.
Yeah. That's kind of my whole goal to a degree when I'm playing mid. It's just I'm just playing it like an offlaner. It's just I'm gonna shut down their mid the best I can, get what I can, and then do my thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Sorry for stepping away for a moment. What did we decide about Goat Satan? Part-time mid is what?
He is a
we've-
just deny pick mid. He doesn't play mid. He just goes to the lane and plays off lane.
He's a position 3 on the mid lane. That's what I heard. I don't get it, but okay.
I mean, he hasn't been playing position 3 though. Aragorn's been playing sometimes, but
No, I mean my role in the games are generally when we get into a game, I'm generally considering when we like in our matches. When I am mid, we're considering me as a 3 basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Senate and Aragorn getting farm. If I happen to pop off on like a Necro or something, because it's Necro into Ember, how can I possibly lose that lane? Then I'm just like, I'm an actual core. But like any other game is like,
Yeah. So that so after that we got Argent for Shaga's squad, which let's see. Shaga, that's you, Muffins. What do you think of Argent?
I think he's a really good mid player. I think he's PMA. He has a really good hero pool. Doesn't make too many mistakes. I think he's really solid.
I see
Oh.
Arc Warden, I cringe.
Yeah. He also plays Arc Warden, so it's a ban, pretty much guaranteed last phase. We haven't picked it.
yeah. I mean, I'll say he's a 24 Viper player, so that's kind of cringe.
He's also a 24 Viper player and an Arc Warden player. Alright, cringe here.
Did we ban Arc Warden against you? We didn't even ban Arc Warden against you. You didn't pick it, did you? Oh, we did
I
ban
think
it.
no, I
Never
think
mind.
we did
Ban
ban
it.
it.
We banned it. 22.
Oh yeah, you guys banned it. Yeah, I was like, we didn't ban it.
Oh wait,
Oh,
we
we
did.
banned it first game.
Yeah, I knew we banned it one of the games.
I think we were thinking about it second game, and then we're like, whatever, fuck it. And then you guys banned it, which was weird.
I guess scared of Snork's Arc Warden?
I was banned from
Oh wait, no,
putting
we banned it.
input into drafts.
We banned it both games. Never mind.
I know. I wonder why.
I don't know,
Is it
man.
because your only input is give me some fucking meme cheese pick off laner?
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
him B because we respect banned him twice.
Okay.
I
Alright,
mean,
and
Arjun is solid.
I mean,
After
he's
that-
better than me, and I expect A tier for myself. So
so after that we have Festival, which
Yeah.
I think this patch suits him better. I feel like I would not put Festival as S tier last season. I feel like he was not performing as strongly as he is this season.
he literally solo carried both of his games that he won against us. So
Yeah, he's definitely a lot
I
stronger.
don't think we need to talk about
I mean,
Festival.
Festival is just definitively the best mid in the division.
Yep. 100%.
I feel attacked.
I don't know.
I feel so attacked. Yeah. Anyways,
did you face him?
Don't
Yeah,
look at what I
we
rate
did.
you on.
Did
I've
you
never-
lose?
we went 1-1.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know.
'cause it's probably just because I have more experience against Festival, whereas I don't think I've actually played you much, so I just don't have that.
That's
thing to
fine. I mean,
consider,
this
but
is
it's
this
when
for
I
the
get
memes.
Festival. I think
feel like
Festival is
the
just like the
only-
scariest mid in the division, at least, because everyone knows exactly what you're getting. You're gonna lose your lane. He's gonna rotate. He's gonna do shit. He's always gonna like take over the game.
Yeah, unless you're like Jid, you go into a festival lane looking to not lose it as hard as possible.
Yo, and you
Oh,
also
that's-
you didn't face Festival's team.
we
What are you
have to
talking
do
about?
that in the
I've-
in the preseason.
Oh, okay. It's not on the
He's
thing.
the only like immortal mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the immortal mid. Bitches.
You don't
Yeah.
count.
Wait, who?
I'm an
Han.
immortal mid.
Okay, Han, I'll join you mid next season.
I don't know.
We'll try
Now,
our
if he-
best.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Festival's better at carrying the game than I am because his hero pool is like the cancer shit, like Tinker and stuff like that. But I feel like I also have a Tinker. I have Pango, but everyone first phases it against me. I don't know
But
why.
the festival also has Pango though.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
better at Pango
wait, we
than he
scrimmed
is.
you. We scrimmed you. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I've
can
laned
only
against
play Pango. That's what we noticed.
Han, I've laned against both of your guys' Pango. Festivals is a lot scarier in my opinion.
Mm.
I will play against your Pango. I will not play against Festival's Pango.
That's interesting. I feel like I'm pretty sure I have a higher win rate than him, even when I was top 200. Let's see. I'm curious. Let's see. Am I high? I want to know now. Does he actually have a higher win rate than me? Let's see. With over like 200 games. No, he does. He 300 games. So he's got about 1/5 of my games. And he's got 8% higher win rate than me.
Yeah.
Let him play 1,400 more games. Let's see if he can maintain that win rate. Anyways, I think he's
Stupid.
strong. I don't think I want to see, have I lost my game? I lost my lane against him. I was trying to figure that out. Is it cornstarch? No.
So the difference between Festival and you is you're slightly bannable. I don't think Festival's even bannable. He has
He's
such a
really
huge
good.
hero pool.
Yeah, unless you're committing like your entire draft to just focusing him, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
And even then, he'll just pull out something that like it's not a special, like he's not one of his heroes, but he'll still play. Like,
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I was gonna put him S tier. Last season I wouldn't have put him in S tier, but this season I'd say he's S tier. Because last season he was really struggling, from what I remember. Yeah. Anyways, so we have, after that we have S tier for Festival. We have Butt Health Dirge, which I think is the most contested.
S tier.
S. So free S.
Yeah, we don't even help him in mid lane, whereas all
It's-
these other top MMR people all get like fucking supports
And,
rotating.
and you'll say
What?
not as good as Festival. He is so close to it, and he's a fucking like legend or some shit. This kid
Yeah,
is
no.
cracked.
He's not a legend, okay? No way.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, he's
Yeah.
not a legend, but like,
I
goddamn,
was
bro.
gonna say, Butt Health is the guy who we went on a crusade to say was smurfing. So
I mean, this is why you first pick him.
I mean,
he
I'm
was a
just gonna
defensive line.
say, I kind of
Yeah,
fucked
it's
him up.
smurfing.
Like,
Not the Underlord game.
I didn't play Underlord into him.
I think Dirge
No, you
was-
played like Tide or some shit, and
I
just
played
made the
Tide
lane.
mid.
Yeah, you just
Ugh.
played Tide and made the lane nothing.
Mm.
It's not that you beat him; it's just the lane was nothing.
I mean,
So,
Yeah, like, not
so
much of a
I was gonna point out, I think Dirge is abusable in terms of his hero pool and stuff like that. I don't know. It just really depends. But he also has some last picks that are very sneaky. I wouldn't call him S tier because I don't think he can solo carry a team. I think he's like more of like a carry for mid player. And
I mean, I played with him last season. I think he fits a very useful niche, especially in RD2L, where he's got like 3 or 4 heroes that you can literally just first phase, and he'll do okay with
Mm.
or good with, and so that gives you a like in the draft, like your draft scheme as a whole, it puts you in a really good place because like then it allows both your carry and your off lane to just be like, give them the best match possible because we don't need to hold our mid.
Yeah. The reason why I was hung up with you guys giving me so much shit about Festival, and I remember about Dirge and Festival. Festival gets fucking sucked off by Yami, dude. Every fucking game, dude. I laned against him, and he had Yami listed as mid in our games. So it's like that's the thing that was like, you don't need that much help. Come on, like that's so much
Duo
help.
mid.
That's the meta now. It actually makes a huge difference if you have people that actually
It
help you
does.
in mid.
Yeah, I mean, I was
It's-
1v2.
The first 4 minutes just comes down to, can you stop a mid from getting
Yeah.
water and bottle
Like
refills?
look at this
2
list
minutes,
game.
I think, is like no one can
I
test.
He
think it's the right way
counterpicked
to
me.
play.
He counterpicked me with Bounty Hunter and had Yami labeled as mid, and we still won. I still had a positive score. That's all I'm saying. You know, I still popped off. I still had my score. Still had good
Did you win?
numbers.
Counter
Yeah,
to-
We
Who
won.
did you win the game?
Yeah. We doubled their score. Fucking.
Wait, was this preseason?
Yeah.
This was
of course.
preseason, yeah. So
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not like.
Preseason doesn't count.
I mean, he went Tinker in our other game, and I drew against him there too.
I mean, or no, it counts. It just doesn't matter.
Mm.
Like it's still a game, but it literally doesn't matter for anything.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out. I think Dirge, like for their MMR, would actually overall usually come in higher. But obviously, Festival carries games better, so he has to go into S tier. So it's like in terms of value, I'd say Dirge is probably the highest value mid in the season in the thing. But because he can't pop off in solo carry, he can't be an S tier, is what I would say.
Who is Dirge?
But
But no.
Butt Health.
what else?
No, well, I think you said
Is-
relative for the.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's the only thing that stops him from being S tier is he can't solo carry. But he would be a
That's
S tier.
not the mid's job.
That's true.
I think he's still S tier because he's a smurfing legend player.
Smurfing legend player.
He was picked at Divine. He was adjusted up to Divine, I think, this season.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
was.
he
He was,
didn't get
okay.
adjusted.
No, he was not adjusted to divine.
don't
I don't think he was.
think he
No,
Hold
no,
on.
he
I'm
definitely
pulling
was
it up,
not.
checking.
Oh no, he was not. No.
No.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like legend.
yeah, that's what I was
There were
saying.
only like three
divine
people.
level.
There were only 3 people adjusted or something this season. In fact, I got lucky that I wasn't adjusted because I kind of
I mean, the
I
big
fell
thing
down
with-
playing glitch mid and shit.
I mean, the big thing with butt health is he doesn't play ranked. He was a massive, what is it called? Ability draft fiend for years.
Yeah.
So that's why his MMR is really low, but his actual skill level is like much
He was
higher.
adjusted to 27, which is Ancient 2, so he wasn't adjusted up that as high as Divine, but he was
Yeah,
adjusted up.
so he got adjusted like 200 MMR or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is that big of an adjustment. I don't know. That's
No.
that's like the difference between Divine 5 and Immortal. So, all right. So that's that, and then we got one more player, I think. Matu for
Matt.
Hobbs. Do we have anyone from this squad? No, we don't. Bodnas
No.
didn't show up. What a scrub. He was supposed to show
He,
up too.
he plays a lot of Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, all I know is Matt has
played with him
obviously been getting really high MMR over the last few weeks, but I don't know if he's S tier or anything like that, or A tier even.
I'm pretty sure Budhell still beat him
Yeah, I
like-
wasn't that scared into him. I played Clockwork mid and
2 weeks ago. or
into
some
his
shit.
storm, and I just dumpstered him. So, but I don't know. He seems to know what he's doing in matchmaking. So I
I think
can't.
he's B.
I can't ditch him too much. All right, let's keep
I
this
don't
moving
think he's
along.
F tier.
Yeah, I think the Fs are kind of memeing, but I'm
Yeah.
on the team.
So Tomo got thrown into F tier. All right, we got Jid as A tier. All right, Jid is there, A tier. We have Pogtivity. I don't. Can some more people vote on Pogtivity, because we got question marks and a G. We talked about Pogtivity. He was oh actually, oh no,
Yeah,
that's fair.
Lumbi.
That's fair. That's fair. Pogtivity seems to be doing solid considering everything. So. And then after that, we have Fathomorg, which got thrown into C tier. Let's see if he steps it up. Of course, I'm versing him, so now he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. Thanks, guys. We got Ghost thrown into C tier. We got Real Sad Doggo.
You need to make like a separate thing that says Ember A tier, everything else F tier.
So Doggo got overwhelmingly voted to D tier, but I don't have a D tier. I have C and then F. So what are we putting him into?
It's D
C?
tier for Doggo.
I'll change my G to a C.
All right. So,
Yeah, just do C.
all
I'll
right.
take a C
Yeah, I
tier.
think that's reasonable.
And then Han got thrown into A tier. That's fair enough. Of course, I am the one and only S tier. Like, come on. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
but
you guys. Switching me to B tier. Fuck off. All right. It's locked in. Zayden is equal between B and C. I don't know what to put him into.
And F.
And F. Oh my god.
I mean, I think you just run the difference and I go C effectively because I'm not.
Just
an
put him
actual
in
mid.
C.
I'm not an actual mid. Is the thing.
All right. We throw him into C.
I'm in the lane, but I'm not playing.
Yeah.
The
Then we have
role.
Argent, who got 2 votes for B. It's fair. Okay, and then after that we have Festival. I know he's already S tier. We have Butt Health. What is Butt Health being voted into?
He's tied right now.
S and
SA.
A.
I'm
gonna-
no
I'm-
way.
I'm gonna break the tie and put him into A.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
think he's too exploitable mid. I think if there were more like high MMR mids this season, I think he wouldn't be having such a good time. I mean,
You
There's-
mean your feelings are just hurt he's better than you?
I have not lost the lane to Butt Health, sir. Sir. But all our scrims I've done solid, even when I'm playing off-color heroes.
Yeah. it's a
And he
shame.
last
What
picked
Whoever
Viper.
put Matt in F, you guys are dumb.
What do you mean,
do you mean?
Matt?
I can't put
He's-
Matt into F. He's not an F.
He's
No.
and back down to Divine 1 and his team's doing dog shit. F.
Yeah. don't know.
Matt is a
Not-
great player.
No, I
Not 'cause
think
he-
I think
he's not
him and
the reason your
Hobbs
team's
are
good.
doing. I think him and Hobbs are doing the best. I will say, if there was more space in C tier, I would move him into C, just because I don't think he's the strongest laner. But I think that they're doing okay. I mean, him and Hobbs seem to be doing pretty well. It doesn't seem like Nerd is the victory condition on their team. It seems like it's Hobbs and Matu. So it's
Yeah.
like I have to put him somewhere between B and C. So I'll just leave him in B, I think. All right. So now we go to offlane. So we have Alvarov for Leica's squad, which I don't think we were that scared of into the like. I'm pretty sure when we were playing them without me, obviously, and I was just checking in on them. I think we did solid into that offlane. I don't remember being scared. Has anyone played against Alvarov recently?
From what I remember on that game where I stood in, the offlane kind of just got dragged down a little bit because Tree was just coming mid, like every so often.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of just sacked Alvarov's lane like it was doing fine, and they were just helping me steamroll.
Yeah, I mean, the week I played him, he played fucking mid, and then he played Underlord from the safe lane. So like, I can't really give firsthand experience because it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah. One of them.
For me, Alvarov is like
Archon.
just mid, like bottom mid tier offlaner for being Archon. Like he doesn't throw his lane.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we have Vinny. I think he's like the most what's the term for it? Like contested or divisive. The most divisive offlaner
Yeah,
in the league.
I mean, Vinny, I've never interacted with him, so I can't actually say, but like Vinny just has the record of being, or not record, but like he has the
I will point out, I had the Vinny Stars team. We got eliminated. We got eliminated from playoffs because he decided to go Midas first item and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny has that. I mean, I think he's a
So
really good player.
I have already put my vote for F tier.
It's definitely like FRC.
I'm gonna put B because he's solo carry, or almost solo carried one game, but then
Oh,
he
the Wish Doctor one. Okay, yeah, B.
on Necro he absolutely just chain fed into nothing.
I think he's a very wishy-washy
no,
player.
You guys, they threw Vinny mid against me as Necro. He fed against my Wyvern, then he played Wyvern, I played Necro, and he fed into my Necro.
We're just doing a funny
He has to be the leader. He has to be the one that does the
RD12, we're doing
draft.
tier lists.
Everyone has to kind of follow his lead. Otherwise, yeah, he probably isn't going to go well. That's the type of
here's the tiers
team he has to be on. Because
we're offlane
he can
right now.
pop off,
We're doing Vinny.
but he can also do just as fucking dog shit as like an Archon player.
Yeah, he went like 1 and 6 as Necro, and he kept feeding the top lane for no reason. Like,
but that was because that wasn't because of him.
All right.
It's all because of him. You just don't go back to the lane.
I feel like I have to keep it going.
His cat was on his keyboard.
I definitely think Vinny is one of the players that if he has a good lane, he will solo carry, but he is so prone to tilting. I don't know if he's gotten better, but I definitely know he used to tilt very hard.
Surf's Up, you'll have to also tell this and say this, but when he was on my team, he was not a fan of our low MMR player. Like,
you have to be able to. Dude, there's a way to deal with him, is all I'm gonna say. And if you know how to deal with him, he can be really great. But I can see how it can go the other way for sure.
Stars thought he was gonna be able to deal with him because they literally teamed on a tier 3 team together. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
individually really good, just team atmosphere doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
So then after that we have Shaquille for Breakable Squad. They seem to be doing decent with that. I don't think he's had any crazy plays or anything like that.
Wait,
and it's
Breakable's not playing offlane on his own team?
No.
He's 5.
The fuck?
So Shaquille in the games that they've had kind of free, like they went, like I said, they went into some really weak ass teams recently. He was not in one of the matches. Let's see, was he in these two?
I mean, yeah, this was a team that ended up 2-6, and then just kind of had.
Well, Coco
walk.
left. Yeah, Coco
yeah.
left, and then they had a bunch of weak teams. I mean, look at their teams. They had a bye from Dylan, I believe, or like Dylan, or did yeah? Oh no, Dylan beat them. Sorry, Jer Bear was 2-0. Gub was 2-0. The only strong team, if it like, I guess you can't even call them super strong, but strongish, was Passive Farmer. Which honestly, considering the bye situation, we're basically robbed from playoffs. Because there was a 4-way tie for.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they won the tiebreakers. That means they beat better teams.
No,
They were
no.
ri-
There were some
played
people with buys and stuff that like that team that made it to playoffs off of a bye didn't have to play.
Yeah, like David's team
Hmm.
was 7-7, but they buyed week 8, so maybe they go 7-9, or maybe they go 8-8 or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah. So they went 1-1 against like a middle of the pack team. So perhaps they're not as strong as they look. But that's been kind of our go-to because I feel like Breakable is the most volatile team right now. Who knows how strong they actually are. Then we have Shish Kebab from David's team. Who's played David the most recently? I know I'm playing them soon.
I mean, Phoenix.
Yeah,
was their last
K6. Oh, Shaga's team played him the most recent of here. Let's
All
see.
right, speak loves.
I have no idea who this is.
yeah,
he
pretty much.
He
That's-
Good talk.
played offlane fucking.
It looks like he
LC?
loves himself some Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Which Legion is starting to be meta again.
Wow, he played Death Prophet. He's so good, guys.
So I mean, you guys went 1-1. The game he went DP, they won. The game that he went LC, they lost. I don't think he's a standout player. I mean, looking at the scores in the game that they won, like just I don't know, did not seem like he was like crazy standout. But we'll see. When I verse into him, I just kind of want to go through, make sure everyone's aware of the heroes. Players. I mean, so then we got Snow for the Ghost Squad, which has been pinging me about not being mentioned in my hontent every week.
Ooh,
I
how
don't-
dare you?
Is
I don't know how I don't know. Like he seemed like he was like solid. I don't know if he's like the carry of the team or anything like that.
is this the Snow that made the CDL?
I don't know CDL, so
It's
No.
probably
I mean,
snow- there's a
this-
snowstorm, so there's a mid
That
snowstorm
is-
and then there's a
That
snow.
is not the same Snow.
Oh, okay.
I think
They-
there's even multiple snowstorms.
I think there's two of them too. Yeah.
yeah.
There's like 2 snowstorms, and I know like 3 fucking snows.
Mm-hmm. It looks like you guys dumpstered their team with the Razor pick and Pingo, and then Pshaga went to Naga. And in the other game, you got Snow went Centaur. He actually did okay. He drew that lane into a.
Oh yeah, that was when I played Natures.
The Doom carry did not do the best that game. And then the games they won, Snow has gone 14-3, and then has gone 5-4. So maybe middle of the pack as well. Then we
Yeah, I mean, I
got. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think like basic. Yeah, I agree. It's like these last couple weeks aren't very like poignant things, just because they've kind of just been a mess for them of like facing relatively weak teams because of their early standings. So it's
Mhm.
hard.
Yeah. Then we got Clockin for Doggo's team. What would you have to say about Doggo?
Bakken has a very hard time figuring out how like he wants to play Dota on our team and how he wants us to play Dota.
Mhm.
When he figures out like how he wants us to play Dota like in our series, we do perfectly fine. But it's just he just is having a hard time like reading Dota as like a whole right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing his scores. They're very bipolar.
He also like in his pubs if he goes up mega creeps he loses the game. If he's down megas he wins the game. Like his pubs are a shit show. His like thoughts on Dota are a shit show. I think he's slowly figuring it out though. But overall, he plays every single meta micro hero that needs to be played, so those automatically get banned out. He has a lot of good other niche picks.
Yeah, the micro fucking zoom meta bullshit is always annoying for offlane.
Yeah, he plays every single Zoo meta.
Yeah.
So.
And then we got Mr. Steelius Sprells, my brother. I'd say this season, surprised. I thought he'd be middle of the pack, but I'd say he's been doing pretty good. He's pretty much done solid in most of the matchups that he's gone into. But I don't know, maybe Snork can speak to it when he was laning him. How did he feel against that? He's a carry.
mean, we gave Snork the worst matchup into his Pango and a whatchamacallit.
Was that the primal juggling?
Yeah, you guys a primal jug in one game
Oh,
and then
no, dude, not the
We-
primal juggling.
We got
I can't
absolutely
do it again.
dumpstered, but he still couldn't win
yeah,
the game.
keep in mind we were playing with very off-color stand-ins. Like Captain and Value mid
Pingu.
gone.
Pingu, here they go again, saying, "Oh, we were just playing their team. Oh, we were playing. It, well, you know, we weren't up to it." No, I'm joking, hon.
Sir, I
It's-
wanted to. I tried rescheduling with you motherfuckers for like 5 days before, and you said no day works. I'll say all the excuses
it actually
I want.
didn't though. It actually didn't though. I remember we actually had good reasons because we had like
This is
we had actual shit going on.
This is when you guys versed into Tokamak, and Tokamak. I think they were gonna win that game with OD, but Tokamak just, I don't know, just did not do
We
OD
knew
Oh, that was
things.
the ODU one. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I think that game, I watched that replay. It really felt like Tokamak dropped the ball really, really hard. I think my team was actually going to win that if he
Well,
played properly.
At the same time, though, like the rest of your team is all playing on different lanes too, so somebody could have been speaking up, could have been your brother to bring them together, so we
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
just keep slaying them.
Oh, anyways, my point, I'm getting detracted. I think he's done solid in the off lane against a lot of the carries. I thought he'd have a harder time, but I think he's done surprisingly well. So
I think
Yeah, my lane's dog shit, so he probably did okay.
I think he only does so well because of the heroes that your supports can take away from him, so it gives your draft a lot of hardness to draft against, but I don't know.
okay, that's
I
fine.
feel like he's boosted by you.
I gotta dip for now though, huh?
Okay, all right. We'll
Okay,
see you,
goodbye,
Mark.
goodbye.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
I
Put Pingu S tier or I riot, okay? Alright.
I will
Okay.
I will
F
s-
tier.
I will say I feel like I'm being backhanded. It's like on one hand it's like everyone's like yeah, it's Han is like oh so, but then I boost all these motherfuckers and it's like suddenly it's like not so bad. I see
Nah.
how it is.
No, that's how it is when you're like the higher player in the group. It's always that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anyway,
goodbye.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
So then we have Senate for Aragorn squad. So say
Oh,
what do you-
he's fucking S tier, I swear.
What? I mean, I mean, as someone who's playing with Senate, I think he's like, he's solid, but he's not an off.
He's not
like-
what?
Senate's not an offlane player.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's a carry player that can play offlane.
Yeah.
So far this season, we've kind of just been sacking him, and just been like, oh whatever, just play Doom, get sacked, whatever. And he does well. He knows he gets a lot out of just playing Doom and whatever. But like when he actually plays like proper offlane as an offlaner, I don't feel like it works out. So in the role, I don't think he actually that great at the role itself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little bit more of like just how the team is built. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair. Then we have Love Muffins. Speak your mind. You are defending your honor.
F
not
tier.
F tier.
Muffins is F.
F tier.
There's only like 3 people I see in the offlane that's better than me. This in RD12.
Who are the
Me?
three?
I see
Vinny?
everybody on this list better than you.
Doggo's probably a better offlaner.
Well, we'll see this week, I guess.
Hell yeah, brother.
Wait, I'm curious, Muffins. Who would you put better this season on offlane than you? Obviously Hobbs. I
Hobbs,
imagine.
Dr. Metal, and Vinny.
Mercury,
Yo,
really?
Nice.
Loves, I have you being slightly better than Vinny.
That's your opinion, I guess.
I have you two as the bottom 2 of my list, where you're slightly better.
All right. So I'll say Muffin seems to be solid. I mean, we played you guys with my MD2L squad. We like tried some really sketchy picks in game 2, but you did solid. And from what I remember in that game, you got pretty fat on, was it Centaur? I think it was.
Yeah, it was Centaur.
Yeah, and you guys rolled around like I played my snap mid. I think I did pretty good, but my Clinks and Rubik lane did not work out. I wasn't drafting. Keep in mind, I joined into a MD12 squad, so I'm not my dictator Han yet. But yeah, I think you're changing your brand. You're starting to be stronger than what I've heard. So
I mean, I'm Divine 3. Like, I can't be F tier.
I know I didn't say
Yes, you
F tier.
can.
I said you're changing your
Yes,
brand.
yes, you can. You can be F tier.
What makes me F
Mercury.
tier?
I'll grade you to C tier.
The fact that you don't play actual heroes.
Hey, this is
I
a
feel
bad
like-
patch for me, man.
And
Yes, so for this season,
So you're-
But
alright,
we're
alright,
talking relative.
okay, let's go to
Han,
Mercury.
Han, did you skip Smallog?
Oh, the fucking
Oh, yeah, we
small
did
log
go
was
with
small
Smallog.
ass text. Anyways, yeah, small log.
I mean, I think Og's good.
I don't know him.
I don't.
so-
He's not like he's not like a standout player, but he's
Yeah.
gonna play off lane. He's gonna get good shit out of it.
Yeah, he
Um,
seems. I'll give him this. For someone who doesn't have a support player with him, I think he's done pretty well. Like, yeah.
True.
Like, I feel like if I'm from an era of offlaners that is fine. That's fine to be suicided, and I feel like this modern day is like not so used to it. But he's
Yeah.
doing good with it. Like Yami
I'll
roams
agree
a
with
lot. Yami roams a lot, and he's left by himself a lot. So
Yeah.
it's like I think they're doing pretty solid. I would say.
Festival's team's one of the 2 teams that beat us as well, so I would agree with that. He didn't feed or anything, I don't think, in the games against us or anything.
Yeah. So I'd say Og is probably, in my opinion, top 3. I think it's like for a relative MMR. Honestly, Mercury's been popping off, but I think that's just because the hero picks that he's been getting. I'd be curious to see how he performs outside like his like top 2 heroes like LC and fucking what's it called, Slardar. I feel like those are he pops off on, but I'm curious how he does on others.
So-
Go ahead.
I shouldn't share too much, but let's just say we have the lowest MMR off lane, probably in the entire league, and every single week, even if he feeds, he comes through and does some shit for our team.
Yeah, I like Mercury. I played with him. I think he's very
He's
cool.
also a core player. He's not even an offline player.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say I feel like Dr. Metal Mercury is being a little too overvaluated. I don't think he individually is that impressive or doing that much. I think it very much more so comes down to a rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah,
He's on a team that's doing really well. He has players that are playing really well. And so he's performing average for an offlaner, but
But he's
everyone
going,
around him is bringing him up.
but he's going against Immortal players every single week, and he has an Archon and he's Legends team. Doing average is very good. That's all we
Yeah.
want.
Beating these fucking immortal carry players in RD12 is really not that hard. I'm sorry.
well,
It's
Goat
just
Satan can speak from experience. His team was shitting on carries last season with Staples, but granted, you had some hella inflated fucking MMR in your offlane last season. Fucking you and Staples were
I mean,
like,
Aragorn literally
over
just
like
drafted
undervalued.
that team around me and Staples rolling.
Well, and they also had Dirge, who was like Legend and isn't Legend.
Yeah, you guys had some hella undervalued players on your team, from what I remember. But yeah, so I could see it. I think
I don't know, like, just looking at his recent weeks, his score lines aren't impressive other than, like, he's involving himself in a lot of stuff. He has a lot of assists,
Yeah.
but, like, his stat, like, against, Festival's team, 6-12.
That was that was one of our 2 losses.
Or,
Him and Aragorn's team we lost against.
All right,
Yeah,
fair
against
enough.
us.
And we also, if you look at those things, we also put him on different heroes against Festival's team than he's usually plays. We were trying things.
Sure, I don't know.
He's good.
I think he's being a little inflated from just being on a really good team. I don't think his stat lines are that impressive.
I
other
like
than
this
just
opinion.
getting involved in a lot of
I
things.
think Mercury's a really solid player. I liked playing with him. I think he is perhaps being hyped up. I don't know what you guys have voted for him yet. I haven't looked. Let's see. That's 4 S's. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like that is.
that's just actually wrong. I think.
I mean, I think, was it Goten that said all that stuff just a second ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree with everything you said. I mean, I love Metal. I think he's awesome and fun to
Oh,
play
yeah, I
with.
like him.
But yeah, I think he's being overvalued.
Yeah.
He is an average offlaner. He is performing about what you need him to do, but because he's on the top team in the division, rising
think that's
tide
fair.
raises all.
I do think he's doing. I think he's doing. I will put him personally. I have to put my foot in the sand or mark the line in the sand, whatever. I can't put him in S, but I will put him in A simply because he's a legend player who is causing some targeted bans and like counter picks, which is I think is super fucking value. But do I think if Dirge and Snork have a bad game, I don't see Mercury carrying the game by himself.
Yeah, like Mercury's not someone you can ban
Right.
out some of his good stuff.
We haven't put you
But
in
you're
yet.
not
Hold on. Here's
worrying about him taking the game. It's Dirge, Slork. If you can handle those two, you're fine. Type stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Pingu's
You guys,
like
you guys are silly, but whatever.
Pingu's.
I have the best here.
All right, so we got Alvarov got thrown into C tier. I think that's fair. Middle of
He
the pack.
literally enables our 2 other greedy ass cores.
As someone who
Sure, but
fucking
that doesn't make
played
you
with, I
eventually-
played with Dirge and fucking off last in a PD2L or WD2L, and when they were both playing carry, it is a Herculean task trying to carry both farmers. But I also had a Crusader in my lane, so it is a little different. I think the fact that he's doing good though, I admire. I give him a big thumbs up. I think it's really cool that he's doing really good this season. Vinny is contested. We have 1 vote in S, 2 in F, 2 in A, 1 in B.
Easy F.
I mean,
He's got to be A, man.
I mean, my
no
rating.
shot.
I mean, yeah, A is probably more accurate. My S was purely just looking from a individual skill. But
I think
overall,
he has a chance to shoot himself in the foot too often. It's like
Which he did last week by we didn't even play Hobbs because he was having PC problems. We didn't even fucking play.
yeah. So then we have Shaquille, and he got put into I don't even fucking
I mean,
a lot
I
of
think he's
question
just
marks.
a really unknown.
Yeah, unknown entity. If anyone has any opinions, feel free to post in the chat. Otherwise, I'm putting him into B tier for now. That's the only
I
vote
think
he
that's
has.
reasonable.
Shit. What is this? Shit.
Shish kebab.
Oh, shish kebab. Oh, okay. I must have-
C.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not been doing anything crazy. I remember when we looked through his stat line, it was nothing crazy. Snow got thrown into C tier. I think he's one of those players that kind of hovers between C and B. I think he performs better than perhaps he should sometimes, but he's not like consistently breaking out, I would say. So Clocking got put into B tier. That's fair because he's got the Zoom meta going for him. After that, Mr. Steel, who the fuck is editing all these? Someone was fucking.
All of those were loves.
Yeah, Loves is who typed all those names. In,
Ah,
so.
I mean,
all right. So then we got Mr. Steal Your Poop got thrown into C tier. Oh no, my brother's gonna take that, and he's gonna be angry. Release the
There's a lot of C tiers.
Yeah, we need to start moving. In a moment we'll be moving people around because it's too much. Then we got the Senate into C tier. Okay, and then we have Muffins I'll
F.
Muffins belongs in F. I'm sorry.
F tier.
I will fight for this. He belongs in F.
F
Dude,
tier.
we dumpstered Aragorn. What are you?
I think Muffins is being
What do you mean you
profiled.
dump me
F
through?
tier.
Oh,
right
You
fucking
can't
now.
say you threw.
We will riot if he is not an F tier.
We have too many people in C tier, so just
Yeah,
put him in.
I feel like he's done. I don't know. I mean, I can't be a
Muffins, what do you
dictator.
mean you
This
dumpstered
is
us? They went
this is
1-1.
democracy.
Yeah, but I didn't lose lane
If
to
this is
Aragorn.
a democracy, F
did!
tier right now.
Well,
did.
Mark is losing lane both games.
All right, hold on. Let's look
No.
at these. Fast.
Yes!
You guys were Sword Shaga right here, 1-1. Let's see how these games went. Let's see how Muffins did in them. So we got Muffins 10-13 in one, not the greatest.
Lost lane.
Yeah, and then we have Muffins 15-10 lost lane.
Well, that's a lot
You're-
of deaths.
Dog shit, Muffin. You did not
That's
win
not-
at
that's not-
all.
Easiest fucking F
I,
tier
dude,
of
I'm
my
not winning
life.
a lane this whole season, but it's not because of me.
I would put you.
I
I'd
put C tier. I put C tier.
I would put C tier if it was up to me, but I got overruled by the mob.
Muffin
F
is
tier.
so
All
bad.
right, so after that we
1v1 me, bro.
have Small Og.
Small log A.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's done really good considering he doesn't have a lane partner. I'll die by that. Mercury, it got voted into S tier, although I have to put my foot down. He's A tier.
He's got
He's-
more B.
Someone's gotta
Oh,
be
he
S
does.
tier.
Oh no.
Or B3.
Yeah, that's true. I did add my vote. Whoops. So he is thrown down to the depths of B, and then Hobbs is an A tier. So
Yeah.
we need to move one person out of the C tier. Who's the person coming out of C tier?
Mr. Stelia spells.
Nah.
Now.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously, I think he's done good. So
I think you could probably move Snow, maybe.
Cap.
If we're looking at purely off lane, I think you could move Senate because I feel like he just doesn't play. Like, and I'm on it. Like, I feel like in our games he just isn't playing the off lane role. So as an off lane on its own, other than Doom, it's like
just
And
throw him,
So he's
cast
going
him to the F tier.
I. I mean, I like him. He's great. He fills the exact role we need. It's just on an individual off lane
Goat
basis.
saying doing his team dirty.
I'm
Shit.
glad.
What
I'm
rank is
glad
he?
I invited Goat Saban.
Mid legend.
We should probably clip this and send it to him. Make sure he
Yeah.
knows.
No, my,
Someone
my,
clip this real quick. Post
my
it in
entire
content.
point is just like the games he's not playing off lane, really fucking good. But if we're looking at just the off lane, it's like he's either on Doom and we're sacking him hard anyway, or it's okay and he's like not really playing the off lane. He's playing like a semi carry from the off lane, and I'm playing the off lane from the mid type shit. It's just like a weird scenario with like just how our lineup is built.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, when I was like thinking about how I would lane against you guys, because we haven't versed each other, I don't think this season. I definitely was not considering Senate very much. So,
Yo, and how does 3 S votes and 4 B votes equals B tier for meta? Come on.
Someone's gotta
He was
be
only
S tier.
S tier until they freaking.
Okay, the
Did a-
only
You're gonna
S
put
tier
him in the
offlaner
same
is
league?
me. If I was marked as an offlaner, I'd be the S tier. I'm sorry.
you ca- I mean,
Oh,
let's
you-
be real. If there was an offlaner here playing this season, I'd be S tier, bro. Come on. Best offlaner ever that's never played offlane in RD2L. Let's go.
Because you're scared, you feel like you have to carry your team.
I played offlane for a season, made finals, and then lost the stars.
Wow, doggo, so impressive.
It's so fun losing the stars.
Hey, I played one season and won to stars. We dumpstered them. That was your
Hey,
season, doggo. When you
I still have my clip of me killing stars saved and her pinned in RE12.
Oh my god.
I still have that clip. I
dude,
saw that clip
dude.
pinned.
Hey,
Oh, God.
I played an RD2L mini season, and then in grand finals, Sleepy decided to TP down mid on Naked Profit.
I got one
Alright,
shot by stars when I was playing Abaddon. That was fun.
yeah.
No,
Alright.
there's no S tier offlaners. I can't vote for Hobbs because he got absolutely destroyed by our
I
team.
feel
So.
I will say Hobbs has not been performing S tier level this season. If I was gonna put a vote for who's S tier, it's like I think Small Log would probably fall there just because he's been
Yeah.
doing good, even though he, like I said, I mean, I'd say he's been doing how I expect my offlaners to do when they're in a sacrifice spot. He still does
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, what was Hobbs doing against Snork, man? He was like AFK, I felt
Yeah.
like.
He had a rough Nature's Prophet game.
What the?
Yeah,
Both
I mean-
games, dude. Mars, too. He played Mars the other game, and it
I
was
think-
terrible.
I think
I think
he.
this is like
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is like a very cold take, but RD2L offlaners are just all kind of. We don't have good offlaners in RD2L for whatever reason.
That's because most of the offlaners are having to get thrown into the mid because we don't have any mids.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also like everyone prioritizes picking good mids and stuff, and then their lowest MMR usually goes to the offline type of thing sometimes. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
hard.
definitely the current draft meta, it kind of fucks over offlane a lot because you don't like there's two ways to draft. There's the one where you prioritize the offlane matchup or the carry matchup, and the carry matchup seems to be the most favored in the RD12 scene. Almost everyone third picks or second picks their offlane.
Well, it's just a super hard lane to play too, because like this meta, the 4 and 5 is always rotating, so you have to make sure you don't like stand there and get fucking owned by the 2 other heroes that stay there.
Yeah.
So if you play it wrong, you just chain feed.
Muffins,
Mhm.
did you just like message Shaga to like suck you off? Or
No,
something?
he also no. Shaga came into the chat as well and said loves B tier at least, and Vinny A tier baby rage.
I didn't ask him anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think he's just watching.
All right.
Full
all right.
log.
So let's keep going into self support because we'll be here forever.
Yep.
So we
Can't
got.
wait to dick on Doggo.
Force.
Um,
Loves, you're going to get rolled.
You pissed me off. I'm actually gonna play well now.
So you bet you haven't been playing well.
And this is why you're
I've been
fucking
avoiding the
F tier.
meta
You
heroes.
just-
I'm picking Death Prophet both games. You're gonna get your ass railed. Sub 25 minutes, GG.
As if you can play Death Prophet.
I can't, but I'm going to fucking spam her now.
Alright, so we have soft supports. We got Tree, which I don't think I was very impressed on in the reviews. Does anyone have any opinions on Tree?
Tree is okay, but he's nothing to write home about.
Does he
Yes.
play Trant?
Pretty much how I feel. He does.
We have Surfs Up for Vinny for the Vinny squad. That's you, Surf Up. What do you say about yourself?
I'm not going to
Um,
speak about myself.
I'm sorry, the one game that we played against him, he played Ricky and just was level 2 for like the first 6 minutes, and yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
Do you normally play 4 or did you get thrown into 4?
I played my first season of RD2L. I was on Vinny's team that time too, and we just laned really well together. So I think that's why.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I wasn't landing. I don't know. I'm not a very good 5 in RD2L for some reason.
Okay. Very ringing endorsements. Then we have DNGII for Breakable. I don't know him
who
very
he is.
well.
I know nothing.
It's
Alright.
hard for me to say because we had Coco then, and Coco fucking had a breakdown, so I can't say.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it's really like we always say this, but Breakable Squad sucks to rate right now. Then we have Kale on David's squad.
Ale's a fucking god.
Yeah, Kale's pretty good.
Okay, what do you guys like about their gameplay? Let's see, Riki.
I haven't
It-
played
it-
him this season. but
Kale's fucking hero pool is just phenomenal to fucking play around.
Mm,
Like, Like he always will have like a pocket Chen that you can just pick, and he will dumpster literally anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's got Techie's game. It seems like his scores were pretty solid. I mean, he's either a good score or bad score, like 0-10. So I'm gonna see he's making a lot of space with his body or with his plays.
Yes. He doesn't talk a lot, but he makes up for like not speaking a lot as like a four usually would, with just he will play the exact portion of the map he has to be playing without even saying he's doing it.
Hmm. Then we got Mota for Ghost Squad. Does anyone know Mota?
I don't think I face Ghost, so I don't know anything. Same with KL.
I have no idea.
I mean, we 2-0'd them, so I don't know. I don't remember his performance
Mm-hmm.
very well. It was week 3. It's been a
10-5
while.
on this hero, and then he went. He's not in this game. And then Mota. Okay. So middle of the pack, maybe, if that, for him.
What rank is he?
Mota is Ancient One. So nothing too crazy to be expected out of him. And then we got Super Energy Collider. That's Dago's team.
All I have to say, just read the name. That is S tier worthy. Just read the fucking
I don't
name.
know about that.
Super Energy World Collider. Come on.
Yeah. So you are the squad that did get 2-0'd by my squad while I was gone. How do you feel about that? How did that work out?
The first game, we literally lost to a Slark.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say about that one, is we lost to a Slark. Game 2, I think we were just a little bit demoralized from that loss.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
Fair
like
enough.
he just plays heroes that just like go in. and
Yeah.
then, like, so he has a lot of
He-
depths, but like
He's a very like also stable laning hero.
yeah,
Okay.
like he dies a lot, but it feels like he's probably making a lot of use out of those depths.
He uses his body very well, and his techies is cringe, but it's good. I hate his techies, but it's a very good techies.
All right. So then we have Caribou from my squad. I have to hype him up a reasonable amount. I can't put him into anything like above B, I would say, or low A, because his hero pool is more of like a puddle right now. But he does play the heroes that piss other people off. So I'd say like that alone makes him pretty valuable. That's my 2 cents on him. It's
I
like,
don't think he did enough.
A solid like 4. He's,
yeah. He's
He,
like,
he didn't do enough in a free game against us, so I'm putting him C.
yeah, but it's like the way I view it is like his heroes make other people's games worse. Which when you're like in my position as a mid is good for me, because I hate it when people go heroes that piss me off. You know, I will not list them for public knowledge right now what heroes piss me off, but there are definitely 4s that make me very tilt. And he plays some, but not. Luckily, my pool does not overlap with others. Then we got Plupo for Aragorn's squad. What do you think of
I
Plupo,
mean, I think
Saden?
Lupo's
Yeah, I think he does all the right things for fours, rotates mid, fucking wins mid game. He's good.
I will say the one thing, the one detractor from Plupo, I think when he's playing more, like his entire, I don't want to say gimmick, but like his entire thing is that he's really, really good at rotating. So
Yeah.
if he's not rotating, he's kind of just not.
So he's like
the couple
Yami.
weeks,
He's a higher MMR Yami.
yeah, like the couple weeks where he hasn't been rotating, I feel like he just kind of doesn't accomplish, don't accomplish anything. But
I feel like this patch is all about who rotates more people mid at
Yeah.
the right time. So if you do that, you're S tier, basically.
yeah, no.
Yeah, which I guess which is the thing that hurts with Caribou. He's not a big rotator. I'm definitely like one of y'all mid. Like sometimes Ross will come, but I'm definitely like when I'm into Yami and fucking Festival, it's just it's me on an island. So it's like definitely can relate to that sentiment. But I don't know. I think you don't have to rotate, but and if you rotate poorly, it hurts your team, like Satan was saying.
Yep.
So then we have Choo Choo for Shaga's squad. What do you think?
By the way, apparently Virage is the 4, not Choo Choo.
See,
Yeah, Muffin.
I was doing this while I was doing cardio, so I did my best trying to get everyone's roles right. All right, so Virage, what do you think of Virage Muffins?
F tier.
F tier.
Holy shit.
Why do
Jesus
you throw him into
fucking-
F tier?
I think he's a good guy, but I mean, he's a step behind in Dota.
Damn,
So
The
dude.
reason why I lose most of my lanes, I think.
Holy fucking shit.
Jesus.
I
Fucking
like
Goat
I like
Saiyan
Satan.
and loves just throwing
No,
teammates under
No,
the
see,
bus.
here's the thing. Here's the difference. When I kind of throw my teammate under the bus, I'm also hyping up what they're good at. Muffins is literally just taking a guy. Oh, we're at the Grand Canyon. Yeet.
I think
This is
he's good
literally
at
his
good at
lowest-
using spells and
I
stuff.
see.
I don't think he's
I'm
bad.
pointing
Lowest MMR
out-
player on his team.
I don't
I'm
think he's
pointing
bad
out
at
what people
Dota.
are good at, though.
I just don't think he's good at 4.
No, that's
Have
fair.
you-
That's fair. I like it when people are honest. I
I
like
think
it.
he's better
Throwing
as
him
a
under the
5,
bus.
but the problem is that him and Shaga can't lane.
I gotcha, dude. I fucking had that 2 seasons ago with fucking Orange Boy. I picked a divine fucking 3 carry, and he refused to play carry with Orange Boy. And then
think
Mercury
he's-
was forced to play carry, and then I played carry. I fucking wanted to shoot
That's
myself.
the thing. That's why you need to get a guy like Aragorn, who's been through the fucking trenches, who only plays with low MMR supports in pubs, so he's just used to it.
That was the first
Like,
season I didn't
Big
make
Orange
playoffs.
Boy was a man who played Dota.
I think Virage is.
I
he
can't
has-
say much else.
He has good ideas. He's good at the drafting part. He's very involved in that.
Mm.
He's good at using his ultimates. Like he doesn't mess up too much. But I think his laning is just really lackluster, and I think he'll even admit that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair. I think that's a fair
but also,
assessment. You know?
I
I thought he was a
am not
5.
the best
So
laner.
yeah. So okay, that's fair. So then we
And I
got
don't-
Yami.
I don't really lead him. Like I don't give him instructions. I'm pretty shit at that. So like that probably why he suffers a bit too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, after Virage, we have Yami. Yami is the lower MMR version of Plupo. We have found out. He's helps
Yeah.
Festival a lot mid. I think in like 2/3 of the games he's been labeled as mid. So he's definitely like a big roamer. I think his hero pool is perhaps not the widest. So I think like Rubik and Hoodwink, right? Maybe some Tusk. I don't know. Is anyone here not super knowledgeable about Yami? It's been a while.
I think Yami's great. I haven't had too much experience with him this season or like in Ready 12 proper, but like I've played with him in mini teams and whatnot. He is really good. Yeah, he does rotate a ton.
He played Snap and Clock in our game, so he's not just like a couple heroes. He can play a few. Because they beat us 2 times.
Mm.
He's good. I think the
Yeah, I
biggest
mean,
thing for
he played-
4s is really understanding the game, and you can like easily win or lose mid basically off of a good 4, which
Yeah.
can sometimes snowball the game or make it much easier.
Like
Yeah.
the other thing I think about with 4 right now is the heroes don't matter so much as long as they can fit a concept. Like hero that can rotate, has a consistent stun or relocate spells or like anything like that that just like allow you to go to someone, help them get kills and accomplish what they want type stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like hero puddles or hero pools or hero oceans don't matter as much. It's just like you're bound to be comfortable on something that can do what you need to as 4.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so we got Talus next, which is the new guy for Snork Squad. I know you guys have been hyping him up for his MMR.
Yeah, he's being.
I've
You are
played with
smoking
Dallas before.
crack.
He's really good.
Y'all are smoking fucking crack.
I don't know what fucking Talus you played with. I've played with Talus
I
many
played,
times. He's very good.
I
Yeah, he's
won
good.
82L with Talus. He is decent. He's a good voice. He's a good drafter. I love him. Love him to death. Great guy. Got like 2 heroes he can play. Literally 2 heroes.
What are the 2 heroes?
Copium, but
Wind?
okay.
Don't tell him.
Windrunner
Okay.
and fucking I don't know CM or some shit.
So that's why he's 4-0 playing Tiny for our team.
Pingu
Plays-
is like
I'm
a
just-
Pingu is like a
Okay, sure, I'll
tiger
give him
mom.
Tiny.
Pingu is like a tiger
Now-
mom, and this he's
Now
like
he's, now he's
gonna-
got 3
Uh,
heroes.
It's not a book.
Pretty sure his most plays like Marana as well.
Maran is not that amazing.
all right. Last person
Talus,
we have
Talus is a very good player.
the
He's gonna
final person
destroy.
we have Riley Ann for Hob Squad, which I can't say I felt the effects of when I scrimmed against their squad. Like,
I feel like Riley has fallen from grace since playing with stars for like a season or 2.
Oh, is Riley a Stars associate?
Yes.
I see. They all sneak back into the depths after they stop playing with Stars.
Yes.
all right. So after votes, we have Tree as C tier.
Yeah.
Tree, that's fair. Then we got Surfs Up, thrown to the
Send me
depths of
bottom,
F.
maybe.
All right, to the
I will admit
depths.
I've been really dog shit this season.
So DNGI is thrown in C, which fair considering you don't know him too much. You want to join, Phil? You can join. Oh, okay. DNGI thrown into C tier. KL is 2S and 1A.
I really think KL's S, just his hero pool and the way he plays the map is fucking phenomenal.
All right. So then we got KL and S. We have Mota got thrown into B tier. Then we have Super Energy Collider was B and S. And anyone want to be a tiebreaker for this?
My S is purely just for the name. I think he's more A tier than anything.
I don't know if I can.
I'd be fine with A.
All right, sure, why not? Caribou got thrown into 2As. All right, let's go. And then we got Plupo got thrown into A and S, so S it is. Whoops. And then after that we have Choo Choo got thrown into
Or
C tier.
Virage.
Or sorry, Virage, because we changed the name. And then after that, it's Yami S tier. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, it's like I guess we're gonna have to knock someone down from S tier after we're done with this. And we got Talus is B tier.
I don't know, I think S tier is fine. I think, unironically,
multiple S tiers.
RD12 has a lot of really good 4s.
I
I
think Lupo should be A tier.
We knock either
No.
Flippo or Yami down because they're literally the same exact player, just one has a higher MMR.
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, Yami goes to A, just because they do the exact same thing. I think Flupo's just technically better.
Yeah,
One of them for sure goes A.
yeah, I agree with that. I think Plupo or Yami is a little worse than Plupo.
Wait, Plupo. Isn't he
You
five?
guys are silly.
No, Flupo is a 4.
I think
Why the
Yami
fuck
and
you-
Plupo.
Playing 5 against. Wait.
What?
I don't know.
Flupo
these
has
are
always
fours.
been our pos 4. Whether he's in the safe lane or off lane, he's our 4.
Okay.
All right. So now we have the hard supports. All right, we got S10, CLT, Breakable, David, Icicle, Andizzle, Ross, BJK, Choo Choo, Dev J, Pingu, and Bodmus. Alright, so what do we think about S10? He is the highest MMR 5, I believe, in this league. Other
Teams, yeah.
than or no, there's one more. It's fuck who. Wasn't oh no, they didn't make playoffs. That's what happened to them. I was gonna say, wasn't there another high MMR support, but they didn't make playoffs.
S tier for S10. The team that lost to our low MMR cores? Nah, don't think so.
Okay.
You had literally an immortal and a high MMR person in that lane, and you guys lost to Snork team. Nah. Nah. Breakable.
That was to week 1. I don't think you can necessarily attribute week 1 to week 9 effectively.
That's all I got to go on.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Even in those losses, it looks like he was still doing relatively well.
Yeah, I think S10's been doing pretty good with Leica. I mean, it's like it seems like they're controlling the map pretty well together. I'm curious with what part of it like could Leica do as good with like a fucking Archon 1-5 as he does with S10. That's kind of thing. Because it is a lot of fucking MMR in that lane and makes you wonder.
I mean, the two teams with stacked safe lanes seem to be doing pretty well this season.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like saying I feel like this I really feel like I was talking to this about my brother or talking about this to my brother. I feel like the removal of the level 1 camp at mid, yeah, that was like a recovery mechanism, but also if you're shit stomping your lane, you could farm theirs and your lane and still farm the actual like lane creeps. But now it's like the diff is only on the lane creeps. So if they have some kind of nuker or something like that, you can't punish it as hard as you used to be able to. So I feel like that is making mid a lot softer in RD2L.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it felt like in the past when I could like just push in the lane and like farm their level 1 camp and then mine and then go back to lane, I felt like I could always do a huge mid diff. But now it's like I have to push the tower, and if there's some kind of hero that slows down my tower push, it really evens it out a lot more.
You also just have like the occurrence of water runes and supports like heavily rotating for those.
Yeah, so I feel like mid is gotten easier to kind of like put a lid on than it used to be. So
Yes.
Yeah, and it was absolutely broken before when everyone started fucking stacking the side camps and shit. I'm glad it's done with.
yeah. Well, anyways, my point is that the super like double stacked safe lane is really strong because if you have a person who's like lower MMR who can like just sit in mid and not get punished, it really is beneficial to you, I would say. But yeah, anyways, that was my little rant. It's about the double stacking of Alvarov and Snork's teams. Anyway, so S10, I think he's doing probably pretty good. I mean, it's like a chicken and egg problem. Like, can either of them do as good without the other? Who knows? But they're doing solid. We have CLT on the.
If this
Surf's
included
Upside.
content making skills, easy S tier.
What do you
Yeah.
think of him?
Dude, I mean, he's laning. It's our safe is a legend, and we're honestly doing pretty good. I mean, if we didn't, forfeit last week, I think we 2-0 Hobbs. So, yeah, I'd say like CLT is obviously laning really well with a lower MMR player, and CLT is also not that high MMR. So I think he's definitely an A. I think it's hard to say anything less of him.
Okay. Then we have Breakable. I think Breakable is one of those heroes that's like a maverick in terms of like being rated. I feel like he probably researches the most out of like the captains, except for maybe me or I actually don't know how much Hobbs and Aragorn research, but I feel like he researches a good amount. So in terms of captaining and stuff like that, he seems pretty solid. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Sayan?
Aragorn puts a decent amount of effort into it.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I draft, Aragorn is one of the few people I feel like actually drafts pretty well. So it's like, I think he is surprisingly good at that aspect for being so low MMR, but I don't think he's a strong 5. I don't think he's done
Yeah,
that
I mean,
great.
I think, like we've said so far, Breakable's team is really hard to judge because they have not played a team that is in even the top half or even in playoff contention since week 2
Yeah,
Yeah.
or week 3.
they faced us all when they had Coco,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of a different team, so it's hard to
Yeah.
Like-
say.
But even
I-
then, I feel like Breakable's laning and warding is not top tier. BT's an off laner, isn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, I mean he's naturally an off laner. I don't know exactly what shaked out in his draft for him to end up as a support, but
Mm-hmm.
I felt like his warding was a little bit on the weak side when we were playing him. It's hard to dig in, like judge, because they had an AFK mid laner, but it seemed like it wasn't that great.
Yeah. Then we have David, David Squad. Anyone know him very well?
I know David. He's fucking an amazing five. His laning is he was my first season captain, and I was playing one, and he salvaged my lane every single fucking game.
Okay.
yeah, I mean
And at that point, I was like a Archon 2 mid player playing Boss 1, and he salvaged every single lane I was playing.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then we have Icicle. Anyone know Icicle very well?
played with him last season. I think he's really good. As a support, he's really good at knowing what to do and whatnot. I think he's just not like maybe mechanically the best, but I think
Yeah. He
he's really
spammed
good
tree a
at.
lot, right? Last season? Was that him?
No, we didn't play tree a lot last season. I don't think.
Maybe I'm misremembering the hero then. I do remember
But-
thinking your position 5 last season was doing very good for his MMR.
Yeah, like he has really good game knowledge and knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He's really good at listening as well. Like anything at least last season when Aragorn would ask him to do anything, he's really good at just doing it.
Mhm.
I don't know how about this season how well he's doing individually. Haven't played him, but
All right.
just off last season, I would say he's pretty good.
Yeah, for being so low MMR.
Yeah, for at his rank.
Yeah. All right. And I'm just curious. Let's see. Matches. League. Why can I not do the league bullshit?
If you just go to, it'll be for Frodo. Will be the one that I played with him with.
Okay. Let's go to 4 tab. There it is. 4 Frodo. So he's on Silencer, Undying.
Yeah, it was a decent amount of silencer and undying. Some snap.
Yeah. And then this season he's done some Ogre, it looks like.
This even back of age.
A lot of Treant this season. That's probably why I was thinking about Treant. Yeah. So he seems pretty solid. Then we have Dizzle. That's Doggo's team.
If you ask Dogwire why his lanes go so well, he attributes all of it to Andy. Every
Okay.
single bit.
Dogwater is really good, I think.
Like Dogwire is really good at laning, but he still attributes winning the lane to Andy every single. Plus, the way Andy like focuses like vision in the areas of the map is really good as well.
Right,
Okay.
try hard as Andizel, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have.
He's also very good at like finding like what places on the map none of our cores are farming and being there and farming it himself. So he gets like insanely good net worth.
Okay, that's fair. And then after that we have Ross Garner. I'd say he's in the past I would have rated him lower. I think he's gotten a lot better as a pos 5. I think his hero pool's grown. I mean, we used to just pick him Bane, and then if it wasn't Bane, we were lost. Now he's got a few heroes. I think he's gotten a lot better. I don't think he's S tier, but I don't know. He's working his way up to A tier, or bottom barrel A tier, I would say,
I will
especially for his MMR.
I will say Ross is a what is that guild?
Swishers.
Yeah, he's a Swisher associate, so like there's kind of like the innate badness of being a Swisher, which brings him down a little bit. But individually he's like an average for his MMR and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he's exactly where you expect him to be, and doing exactly what you expect him to be doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then we got BJK for your team. What do you think of him? Goatson?
Uh,
I remember him
From-
being pretty good, but
Glitch
literally,
spammer, right?
uh, he's not a spammer. I don't think we've been like he hasn't been like playing. Well, I mean, there's a couple heroes we've been picking him a lot, but I mean, literally everything I said about Icicle, I think is the exact same thing here. He's for his MMR, he's really good at just doing everything he needs to do. I mean, he's ancient, so obviously it's like he is just MMR wise better, but like he's just accomplishing everything we need out of him for for like his role and whatnot.
Isn't he actually truly like an offlaner? Like outside of the league?
Uh, I don't think so. He's
Oh,
mostly
okay.
a support player.
His Dota buff made it seem like he was an offlaner.
His Dota buff right now is kind of empty as of recent. Looks like
Okay.
his shit's off since the beginning of the season or some shit, or he took a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
like he
Alright.
plays support.
Well,
in recent
maybe
games.
maybe I'm thinking of someone else. My bad.
So now we got so let's go to Choo Choo. We've prayed so good enough.
Love's
for BJK.
left. He said choo choo good. That's all he said.
Okay. That seems fair. I mean, they're obviously doing pretty good at times, but not the best. Then we have Dev J for Festival Squad. These guys have a very low MMR safe lane, don't they? For Festival.
Dev J's okay, I think.
It's the Archon 2 with
He
Ancient
is.
3.
I will say he is fucking nasty on Undying. Both the games week 7 we played them. We just didn't get rid of it. And not to take anything away from Good Guy, but his Undying is the sole reason I did as poorly as I did.
Hmm.
It was the sole reason that lane was lost. Both games is how he played and him just kind of taking over the lane on Undying.
Okay. All right. So then we good praise for Undying, but not much other than that. Then we got Pingu. In the past, I would have thrown you pretty low, because your hero pool was like 1 or 2 heroes. But you honestly, you've impressed me with your hero pool this season. You've got
I learned a couple meta heroes.
yeah, you've changed. It's like, why couldn't you have done this for me when we were on my team?
I like to play heroes that are fun. That's all
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I put Pingu on F tier.
Yeah,
Spice it up a bit.
I
Yeah.
agree. I put myself on F tier. No worries.
But yeah, I mean, I think Pingu. I mean, you're solid. Like,
I don't do
you
anything
everything
special.
you need to do, but you're not like an insane player. I mean, I think it's hard to like. As a
That's
5,
fair.
I think it's really hard to be like that standoutish because your role in the game is kind of to not be standoutish. It's kind of just help your lane, good vision, which is hard to quantify without watching the games themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's 2 games that we won off of insane vision. I don't remember which ones they were, but those are the only 2 that I felt.
Really good positioning and like 5 is just like the hardest role to quantify how good someone is at it from looking at numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Picking Primal Beast when I was tree 4 and then killing all the trees was really annoying. So I give you an A.
I
Yeah,
saw
I
that. That
quite
was very
enjoyed that.
funny.
That's all we did. I was like, we're not smoking at them. I'm just going to the lane. I'm trampling all the trees to piss them off.
that was rough. That was rough.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then we have finally Bodmus, which I think it's hard not to throw him into like F or C tier because
He's a core player normally, isn't he?
No,
Or no?
No,
He-
not anymore.
He's a support player who tried playing core and de-ranked himself hella low, and then is back to playing support, but at a very undervalued level, but is playing at value currently. As I-
Bodmas, I feel like falls in the same category as Ross, where he also has the innate debuff of being a Swisher associate.
Bonmus also
Man.
doesn't play for very long periods of time, doesn't he? He like takes lots of long breaks and stuff, I think. I feel like. Maybe not though. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Goat,
think
did you forget I was a Swisher associate?
Doggo,
I
you
mean-
literally only are good at one hero, and everything else is trash. I didn't need to bring it up.
Very true.
You know how to play Ember,
I
So-
do.
and that's it.
All right, so we got S10 to A tier, CLT to B tier, breakable to question mark or F
F
tier.
tier.
All right, to F tier he goes. Maybe he'll come here and defend himself.
Whoa! I don't know. This
David.
CLT being not A tier, I don't vote for that.
There's-
My thing with CLT being B tier is he is also naturally an offlaner.
Icicle.
If you want to
got the-
defend yourself, then come join.
Yeah, you have the permissions to join. Yeah, he could
I
just
was-
join this chat if he wants to.
The person I got BJK mixed up with was BGD on Jerbeer's team, who's the Lich spammer.
Breakable says he doesn't.
He doesn't? No. That's a lie. Did he join this channel?
Doesn't
Well, Breakable, join this Discord I invited you to. Oh. Hold on. We gotta start some shit, so I'm inviting him over.
Oh,
Alright, he
Oh.
joined. Now let's go.
There you go. There he
There
is.
he
so it
is.
is.
Itch, your invite expired.
Well, you should have joined a day ago when I sent it out.
I mean,
Alright.
Breakable makes great content when Coco's
So are you an F
melting
tier
down.
player or not, Breakable?
Huh?
Are you an F tier player or not? Defend yourself.
No. No, dude, I fucking pwned. What are you talking about?
What? How
Worse.
do you
Just trust
pwn?
me.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
dude, I bend him over and I give it to him. What do you mean? How do you pwn? How does anybody pwn? I do it the
Again,
normal
this is
way.
just Horse dude,
Breakable
just trust me.
pones when he's not getting stream sniped by Staples.
Straight up, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Bringing out
Notorious
2-season-old
Dream
drama.
Sniper Staples.
I mean, it hasn't happened in a while and I've been pwning, so checks out.
Yeah.
Exactly, there it
How do you
is.
feel about the ratings for your teammates? Because we feel like we can't rate you accurately because you've had 3 soft weeks in a row against like the bottom of the barrel
Got a
teams.
soft week for you right here, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
if,
shit.
I'm sure Ghost will have a soft week.
Yeah, no, my teammates all pwn, even harder than I do. They're all the best.
Okay. Is there any thing you disagree with on the channel or anything like that you do you have any call outs or anything like that?
Yeah,
Listen.
Juggo's S tier for sure. That's it.
Did you go?
That's easy.
Okay. That's
I
so
don't know, dude. I just stood in for a Sunday team and carried their asses. They're going to the next round of playoffs thanks to your boy right here.
were you playing
I'll
3
say
or were you playing because of support?
I was playing 5.
Ah, so you,
And everybody seems to forget that, you know, that one time that my team went to semifinals, I was playing support.
Alright, I'll say this. I really hope I see you in 2 weeks so that I have an easy route into finals. See you in
How
2
do you
weeks.
figure it's going to be easy route in the finals?
Because
That's
if you beat Slork, then I have no competition. Finals.
you don't have to worry about it.
I think you have a problem against us.
No, what I'm saying is making it into finals. Because I'm like 90% sure I win whoever I get next week.
No, that's what I'm saying. You won't.
Source week, whatever it was, where we dumpstered you.
What? We went 1-1, dude.
and it could have easily been 2-0.
All right.
I'm
I'm
like
very happy
pretty
Goat
sure the
Satan
first
showed up.
game- I'm like pretty sure the first game was. No,
We don't have to talk about it right here. My bad. I didn't mean to start shit.
I mean, like the first game is literally sure I lost my lane, but then I bought BKB and then fucking owned the game from there. Bristle.
all right.
Hey, hey, Han, are we gonna have like, are you gonna use our system to like rank our rankings here?
Your system for what?
No, like, is there like a ranking system based on what we put each person in?
Yeah, if you look at the spreadsheet, I've been putting people in the A and
No,
B.
I mean, but like, do we have like a number? Like, maybe I'll put together something.
Yeah, go
I'm
for
curious
it.
how it stacks up.
Oh yeah, they actually put teams in tiers.
Yeah, like
based off
S
of their
tier gets,
averaging.
like 5 points. A tier gets 4 points.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah,
Oh
the-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
If
you would just average the tiers, and then you'd get a tier
Yeah,
for each team.
go for it, man. I am ready. Putting.
Wait, but then how do you get points for the power of friendship? Because that's what makes my team fun.
The X Factor.
Kevin team, and being like last place in the division.
Yeah,
alright.
friend stacks don't work out.
I don't even know what you're talking about with your easy road to playoffs if you play me. Which my team has lost one game since, you know,
Dude,
we
you
emerged from our
literally played
chrysalis.
the bottom of the barrel since week 3, and you had a bye week 1. Holy
And you played, picked the same 2 heroes every single week too. Congrats, you can win with Tusk and whatever.
Ursa.
Ursa.
We'll see. We'll
Okay,
see.
then
Breakable.
ban him.
Breakable.
See what
Will
happens, bitch.
breakable.
Alright.
Pull it out. Will he lay it out on the table and make everyone avert their eyes, or will it just be a giggle fest? We shall see in tomorrow. So in terms of the final part of this stream, I do want to go through a communal bracket prediction. So we're going to go down the thing and decide who's going to win what. So we have Ghost versus Breakable.
Breakable. I think
Wait,
Breakable wins.
react with a 1 or 2 for who you
Sure.
think's gonna win. 1 for the left, 2 for the right. So I'm gonna put.
What do you mean left to right?
Oh,
You
In
seeing
the
something
in
I'm
the-
not seeing?
in the text channel, click on the actual channel itself in open chat.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
wait,
one
okay.
for Ghost, one for break, or 2 for Breakable.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I'll set up the thing so you guys can see. So.
Yeah.
And then if it's a tie, I'll decide it because I voted for both to show it to you guys.
I feel like Ghost has more heroes that I would, or more players that I would consider scary than
Spooky.
Breakable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breakable's winning right now. Though,
I mean,
so.
other than like Juggo, which could maybe I just don't know enough about this guy who could pop off and completely win, and own. But
Yeah.
Ghost to me is like they have KC, which is good. Ghost is good. Icicle, I think's really good for his MMR. Snow's decent. Like
Mm-hmm. So without my votes here, it is 2-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we are in favor of Breakable. I will uphold this thing. I will not lead us to a tie. I think Ghost is gonna win this. Personally, sorry, Breakable. I just, although you have an X Factor, you're so fucking unknown that you could just take the fucking playoffs by storm. Feel like no one knows how strong you guys are because you've had 3 softies in a row.
It's true. I got a softie for you right here.
why would
Alright.
anyone want it soft?
Breakable is a
Yeah.
softie right now.
Alright,
There
so
you
we'll,
go.
we'll put Breakable against Snork in the next round. So then we have Hobbs versus Surf's Up. Hobbs versus Surf's Up. And-
Hobbs shouldn't even be here. Vinny had PC problems last week, and they got a 2-0 because we couldn't play. So
Well, here's your chance to put them in their place, I guess.
No,
I think-
I gotta go with Hobbs.
wow. Okay. I mean, they haven't even played that many good teams this season, right?
I believe in Jid more than I believe in Nerd.
I think Surf's Up team has more weapons than Hobbs does. I think is just the like. I don't think Nerd is really a weapon. Matt's okay. Bodmus, Riley Ann is decent. Hobbs is like their only weapon. Whereas Surf's Up, you have Vinny, who is a threat. Jid, who is a threat. Aethiel, who is good when given the space.
Yeah.
Like all
I,
three.
I
of
do like
Surf's Up
Surf's Up team a lot more.
I would say like if Vinny doesn't go into the game tilted, I see Vinny's or Surf's Up team winning.
Yeah.
I think if Vinny is at all not feeling himself, I think Hobbs takes it though. Like it's like hard seeing a situation where Vinny's not playing 100% and you guys win.
I mean, I think the one thing though is playoffs are so much different than normal season because of the fact that it is that best of 3 where you now have that factor of
Being able to adapt.
teams having to keep their composure over their series instead of just 2 games, whatever, or teams actually having to learn throughout the series. So like you can lose the game 1, but realize everything you did wrong and actually correct that for the next 2 games.
I will say Surf's Up team has the Vinny Midas Viper factor.
Well,
that
but
could
let me
just
say,
lose them the game.
let me say this: Vinny in this stack has not been like there hasn't been issues like other teams have had with Vinny. Like, so I don't think we're gonna have that type of issue.
If you guys don't have that issue, I think you guys cleanly wipe Hobbs. Like, if Vinny actually plays the game of Dota 2 how he needs to, you guys win easily.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna put Surf's Up ahead of Hobbs here because that is the vote result. And then we have David versus Han. So that's me versus David's team. Okay, let me add the reactions.
I already added mine.
Damn, everyone fucking hates me.
David all day.
I believe in HK more than anything in this world.
Is David the team though that went from 7 to 9 because of a bye? Or,
David
sorry,
is
yeah.
the
Yeah,
team
they
that
made it off of a bye.
playoffs
They
is
made
high.
it off of a bye, but I believe fully
But
in
they-
HK, KL, and David.
Okay,
I mean,
they've
here's
gone.
the
Who'd
thing,
they
they
play?
won the entire
yes,
season. It's
1-1
completely
everybody.
possible they would have won again and just snuck into playoffs just barely. Like
And they
Yeah.
face on, they face festival.
The
they
only
face
thing
top
They
is-
wouldn't have made it. I
the
don't
only
think
thing
they'll
is they
play it.
do have a pretty bad score of season,
No,
but
they wouldn't have made it if they went 1-1.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like their score of season is bad, but like I don't think they. I think it's possible. I mean, who would they have
Are
played?
you trying to
Who
say
knows?
strength
But-
of schedule?
They had to go 2-0.
tiebreaker, yeah.
They had to go 2-0 to make it.
This actually makes me. I think I was underrating them. I honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this game.
Because it's like they have a really bad tiebreaker, and if they went 1-1, they would have they would have lost their spot to Passive Farmer. Or
I guess
Okay, Stiggs.
unironically, the really important thing is what do their 1-1 look like? I guess is a good question. Are they
they're
losing game
1-1
1,
against
winning game 2, or are they winning game 1 and then losing game 2?
against Clocken. They won.
It looks like
game
they're
2.
a game 1 winner, game 2
No,
loser,
no,
which
they-
I think could be bad for them.
They
Uh,
lost game 1, won game 2
Yeah, they-
in our series, where I
Yeah.
have FPS issues.
and then
Yeah, they
Chagas.
won game 2 against Festival as well.
Yeah, they're a game 2 team.
That makes me feel like they could win.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, they got the download speed.
I really like David's team.
Mm.
They won against Festival's Tinker
Who's-
as well.
Who's on this team? Oh, this is the
HK.
Fathomore guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the HK, KL, David,
Yeah, I
Fathomore,
I didn't
Shishkebab.
play them, so I guess I'm just gonna take my vote off. I don't even know.
Yeah, they let's see. No, they didn't beat Fest unless the game 2 has also Tinker. Fest-
Honestly,
Oh no, they did.
I want to watch this game. This makes me really like excited. I think this is like totally gonna be a fun game.
I mean, I'll say the one thing dragging down Han's team is the Caribou is a TI4 Silver associate, right?
Hell yeah, bitch.
Yeah,
So they
right.
have
rules.
they have two ass guild associates. So yeah, that's kind of dragging them down hard. Or you
Yeah.
We're
guys?
more than a guild. We're a family. You wouldn't know anything about it, man.
Yeah, TI4 Silver and Swishers are just like bad guilds full of either bad.
Goat saying trash talking
No,
Swishers because he got
not
kicked
even
out.
a guild.
I
bro.
got kicked out of Swishers for making a good fucking joke.
I've
Kevin
heard the
has
joke.
no
It was not a
sense of
joke, Goat. Don't go down that
no.
road.
I got
It-
kicked out of Swishers because I said we live in a simulation, and that is exactly what happened.
No.
Okay,
I was.
tell us the joke. Tell us
The
the joke.
reasoning for
Just
the
tell us the
kick.
joke.
The reasoning for the kick is because I said we live in a simulation, not the
No,
actual
what did you
original.
what did
was
you
the
say
joke?
after?
I said we live in a simulation,
What was the joke?
and then I got kicked.
What was the joke?
Let me go get it word for word.
Can you tell the
Okay.
joke? Do it
Uh,
with your own delivery. I want to know. Was the good joke good or was it not good?
Breakable wants someone to get banned or something. I don't even know the background to this, but I'm nervous. About
I
it.
don't either. I want to hear the joke. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm trying to find it.
While he
Coming
tries
up
to
the
find
joke,
it.
it was a joke. I said consent is a myth because we live in a because consent requires free will. Free will doesn't exist because we live in a simulation, so therefore consent can't exist.
That's not a very funny joke.
The delivery is better when I said it. I'm just like summing up the idea.
Yeah, saying consent is a joke is not a good joke.
I will just move on past that. I want to finish my bracket. So we have Clocken versus Shaga, and people are voting for Clocken. Surprisingly, that's
What the
interesting.
fuck, Han?
What? I didn't vote. I have not. All of these are. I voted double up. on
What?
all
No,
of
why
them.
are you saying surprisingly? That's where the what the fuck came
I
from.
mean, I think seeding is what's doing a lot of the carrying here. Like, just looking at the seeding alone is very big. Clocken's team is 6th. Shaga is 11th.
Who did Clocken play this? Play?
Well, the reason why I said surprisingly is because you have a bye. You guys got 2-0'd by my team with a very understated stand-in, and you guys, your only 2-0 recently was against Jer Bear.
Oh, and they. Oh no, they beat Dylan. Okay.
Yeah, we too.
I would say the only argument in favor of you guys is going 1-1 against Passive and David, and but like you lost 2-0 to Alvarov. You guys lost 2-0
against
to me.
Aragorn's team. It's decent.
Where's Eric? I don't see it.
Were those broken?
No,
Isn't it?
No, they didn't.
Not
verse
appeared
them.
to be on there, my friend.
no, it's not on there. I still think we should have went 1-1 against you, Han.
Yeah, you think you should have went 1-1, and I wasn't there, mind you.
I mean, this 18-7 Ember. Doggo got to play the only hero he knows how to play.
Alright,
Both games.
so clock.
Like if you guys don't have a Slark on your team, you lose in half the time that match took.
Wait, why did Clocken go for it? It looks like it's tie.
No, it's 3. Oh, whoops. It is a tie, so I get to do a tiebreaker unless we're missing a vote though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, 2 just came off. I don't know.
Yeah, that
We're
was
missing-
me
We're
taking off
missing
my
2
double vote.
votes.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I will vote
Breakable
to
hasn't
tiebreak.
voted, and I don't think.
Break,
And then you haven't.
breakable. Do you want to vote?
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about it.
I'm usually
Exercise your right to vote,
if you don't vote, I'll just do the tiebreak. But I'll let you do your thing first.
Who you gonna vote for?
I think
Exercise
I
your
think I think if Shaga doesn't win this, I'll be shocked. I don't know. Sorry, Doggo. I don't think Doggo. I don't think
So
Doggo.
you're voting for
My-
Clark?
My thing is,
No, I'm voting for
Clocken
Shaga.
has. I think
Oh,
Clocken
okay,
has
then I vote
actually
for
figured
Clocken.
out how he wants us to play Dota.
See, my thing is both of these teams have really big debuffs. Shaga has the Muffins debuff, But like, the
Alright, who
doggo
was
debuff
who was
is
Shaga
pretty big.
against most recently? Let's see, because not a huge deep run from Clock squad. Let's see, we got Snork 0-2, Surfs up 1-1, which is a big one.
Yeah,
1-1
but
against Sword.
we had a stand-in in we didn't have Vinny in one of those games against them.
Okay. Was 1-1 against Aragorn squad, 1-1 against Hobbs, 1-1 against K-Stigs. I think they just have way more like impressive 1-1s and scores.
But
Only
you can't include ours though. You can't. It's-
Alright. Well, still, even not including it, I'm gonna, since we're at a tie, I will. You know what? Fuck it. I won't count myself. I'm the mod. Alright. Clock in
I
progresses.
abstain.
This motherfucker. Alright, Shaga's progressing. Fuck you all.
Fucking
Yeah, I
God.
actually
All
take
right.
mine off of.
I hate all of you motherfuckers.
I also choose not to
I
vote.
also
I
take
don't
mine
Uh,
wait
uh,
anymore. I think this is the game of the week not to watch though. I'm not excited for that one. I think that's gonna be just a straight shit show and terrible Dota's gonna be played.
That might make it the best to watch from an entertainment standpoint.
I guess if that's the kind of Dota you're wanting to watch, then yeah.
Alright, so we got Snorg versus Breakable. Next one.
I mean-
I'm hoping for Breakable for an easy semifinals for myself, but I think Snork is the hands down better team here.
2-0 them
Yeah.
once, we'll 2-0 them again.
Wait, which game are we at?
Snork versus Breakable.
Some dog shit team versus the
Oh.
best team in the league.
I mean, we 2-0 the best team in the league, so
Yep.
Alright, Snork wins this round handedly.
Wait, what are you
Alright.
talking about? We haven't played yet.
Oh, no, we're doing.
You're
Uh,
correct, we haven't played yet.
Breakable is drunk.
Alright, so we have
you guys
Eric,
did play week 2.
Aragorn versus Surfs
Oh
Up.
no, that wasn't my team. That was someone else's team.
Oh, that was a team with a completely different dude who was holding you down thoroughly. Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna say I am so glad you streamed that game because it was A+ to watch.
Was that the one where Coco was alt tabbing during it?
That mid and AFK, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That was a different team you played.
Dude,
But
what
no,
is
This one I
team
can't
and-
vote on.
Okay,
I think this
Breakable.
is honestly a toss-up.
Breakable? What happened with Coco? I never heard he was toxic before this season. Like, is there something that
yeah,
like happened in the
didn't- I-
preseason? Everyone I asked people like, is he toxic? Because of how I watched your VOD and I was like, holy fuck. And everyone's like, no, he was fine. So I'm like, what? Like, did you beat his dog or something? Like, what the fuck?
Ah, dude, I'm vegan.
Unbased?
It
Yeah,
it was shocking.
so after the first week we played, he said, "I think I'm going to drop from the team," and then he didn't, and then he didn't show up the third, whatever, week 4, and I don't even know who said what to who, but I just got messaged out of the blue by E-Rock who said, "We are going to get a replacement for Coco."
And there was nothing that happened in the preseason or something? No argument or some shit that like triggered all this? It just out of the blue, he was like, yeah, fuck this.
I don't know. I think.
It's like,
Yeah,
I was just surprised.
I don't know. He did not enjoy playing with us, and he made the team atmosphere tense.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening. I was like, holy fuck, this is some. At least Vinny just like beats you, while this guy, he's like trying to cut your throat and like while cutting his own throat, listening to emo songs.
We did not have the power of friendship, and then after that, we now have the power of friendship, and that's why we are poning.
Okay, so we need some more votes for Aragorn versus Surfs Up. What do we-
This one's a toss-up for me.
It's not a toss up.
So we
Yeah.
went 1-1,
So-
and I don't know. I think as long as we draft well, I think we could win.
Okay,
I think
I'm
if
just
we
gonna
draft
say-
bad, then we could lose.
I'm just gonna say, game 2 fell solely on the fact that Aragorn refused to buy fucking Maelstrom into Naga, and Naga got way too fucking big. And I think everyone on my team agreed that Aragorn made the wrong play. in doing that, and if that happens similarly again, it will not happen.
Well, we
I'm
also
I'm
threw
flipping a
game
coin
one,
for this.
so yeah.
Game one, I think we just played the game better. I think we had a worse draft overall, but played the physical game itself better.
All right.
We
Well,
came out
I
behind.
I
the
flipped a
lanes
coin and
then
Aragorn won, so
played the mid game.
I will put Sword is Broken up ahead. Although I have been a Vinny believer for this season since the start. I think I've been saying like this is the redemption season for Vinny. But the people have spoken. The vote is out of my hands. So now we have Alvarov versus David. Alvarov versus David. What are we gonna put here? Because we apparently believe David will beat me. So, fuck you all.
Definitely
Doesn't matter who
Alvarez.
beats who. Alvarez beating whoever goes up to him.
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think Alvarov will win this one. I think there is a chance that I'm pretty confident my team will win against David, but Alvarov would be a very tight game if I was there.
In my brain, I think David wins, but I'm being a sheep and voting Alvarado because I see 3 other reacts on it.
Mm-hmm.
But in my heart and soul, David wins.
I don't see Alvarov making it to finals, but I'd see Alvarov making it to semis. So next we have Festival versus Shaga. Festival.
Definitely
versus...
Festival.
Yeah.
Festival rolls this series.
Yeah, dude, that's a TI4 Silver alumni right there, alumnus.
I will say my bracket prediction. I already have myself winning the entire thing, so this bottom bracket doesn't make sense anymore.
Okay, buddy. The Doggo Ember will carry through until it gets banned first round, and then you get your tower
No.
locked in 10 minutes.
I'm
and
actually playing Dota right now. I've played
Oh?
fucking 10 games this week.
the Doggo Meepo's coming out.
No.
Can we 1v1?
Doggo Meepo not happening.
How much money to Doggo Meepo game one?
You would have to pay me at least $5.
How much did
I'll
Doggo
pay
Meepo
that.
do regardless of game one result?
Hang on, say that one more time, Goat.
To pick Meepo game two, no matter what the game one result.
Oh,
That one, double the price, $10.
that is fucking.
I am a cheap Meepo whore, okay?
That is surfs up, my dude.
Now the better question is how much does your captain need to get paid for that to happen?
Him probably $100.
All right, so now we have the setup of Snork versus Aragorn. Who shall win? I know Ping is going to say Snork. But
Snork all day.
I mean, I think the matchup shows we are inherently better than them.
I think that's some
We
copium, but
vote that.
okay.
I think the big thing is if we play the lanes the same, I will run it up evenly with butt health again, meaning I'll let come slightly ahead, so one of their factors is no longer gone. Aragorn is just inherently better than Dr. Mercury. Will come out ahead, and it depending on how we decide to play Senate in the off lane, maybe Slurk gets a good lead, maybe he doesn't. But Plupo's gonna run around and do shit, and we're just gonna accomplish a lot of shit.
I think it's gonna be if it gets to those teams, which it won't, because it'll be us versus them. But I think it'll be a really interesting game.
Fuck with
What? What the fuck?
What was
I do
that?
not know.
That was Snork.
That was Snork.
what? What does Snork do?
He just jumped in here and said some shit and then left.
I don't know what he said.
I don't know what he said either.
Yeah, I didn't
Snork, come back.
I know you guys beat us 2-0, but it was a week I think we were trying shit.
So we have.
I mean, maybe. I mean,
He wasn't even trying. He let his little brother play that week. It doesn't
I
count.
mean, I feel like even if you were trying, what
Goat saying your team's carried by Patch, SMH. There.
do you mean carried by Patch?
I think he's talking about the Lena
Carry by
patch.
patch,
We
easy.
don't play Lena. We are dog shit at Lena. The only person on our team that is competent at Lena was Senate. In the one game we played Lena, Senate didn't feel that good on it anyway.
So now we have the final matchup: Snork versus Festival. What?
I'll be a festival fanboy today.
Yeah, I'm always going to be a festival fanboy.
I mean, Flower
Oh.
Guild equals bad person, but that doesn't mean bad at game.
All right,
so
so the numbers got a little flipped here on the reaction order, but 2
Yeah,
is for
that
Festival.
that's because of me.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 is festival.
Or fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna add
This
it.
is this is really confusing.
Yes,
Which
hold
one's
on.
festival?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna add a different.
What the fuck?
Okay, left hand for Snork, right hand for
What the
Festival.
fuck is this
Oh,
shit?
F is for festival, easy.
Yeah, F is for festival.
Look,
Alright.
festival is the chillest, coolest, fucking, best dude. I'm voting for
Gun,
festival.
gun for someone's about to show up in the middle of it, and the game's not even gonna happen.
Yo, you know that gun is fucking Staples coming out from behind the scenes.
Staples is gonna fucking.
Staples
he's
is gonna
stream
ping
cheat
them,
for
yeah.
one of the teams.
Yeah, he's gonna be sending messages to the
He'll,
other
he'll
team.
stream cheat for both teams and then just feed both teams inaccurate information.
All right. So we have a slight victory for Festival here. So that is the person who's gonna win this communal playoff bracket.
I think Alvaroth is gonna
You're
beat
wrong.
Festival, and then we'll beat Alvaroth. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Mm.
No,
mean-
Festival's making it to the end.
I
I
don't-
think ideally it's me versus Alvaroth, and then we just own Alvaroth.
Oh, I see.
If it's me versus Festival, then Festival beats us because we don't have an answer.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna win it all. Let's be real here. Come on.
No.
Like,
I also think I'm gonna win it all, so let's be real here.
Doggo, okay, I will give Doggo if you guys get everything you want and the enemy team picks nothing that they want, sure. If your
I-
team just drafts both teams, then yes, you might win it all.
Well, I think I'm gonna win.
No,
Okay.
no,
Han,
you're
who do you think you would
this is
play,
even
though?
an entertained idea.
what's up?
Who do you think you would be playing in the final?
If I made it through, so I
Yeah.
think I'll beat David. I think we could beat Alvaroth. I think we put up a good fight, even though I wasn't there against Alvaroth. They were just lacking a good mid. And then against Festival, I think I've beaten him pretty much every time I've played him. So I think I would beat Festival. On the other side, it would be
Aragorn's
honestly Major Ocean Surfs Up. I think it'd be me versus Surfs Up.
copium?
You heard it here. You heard it here, boys.
Actual
Surf the fucking up.
copium.
Spread the gnar.
It's either that or Aragorn. I think Snork and crew are feeling themselves too much. I think it's gonna bite them in the foot.
Uh-oh.
In the foot.
I don't know. Bite them in the ass. Sorry,
I
English
will
is my
say
second
That's
language.
the phrase you're looking for.
English is my
Han,
second
I will
language.
say I did go
Oh,
I
nice.
did go 0-2 against you, Han, but then I did 2-0 your team, so.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'm just gonna shoot one of them in the foot and then it's fine.
there you go. He's got it. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think this is probably one of the most tight playoffs pictures I've seen in
Yeah.
a while. There's a lot
Oh.
of strong competition.
There's going to be a lot of good games.
I want to say with our new 4, we're gonna win. Easily. Unbeatable.
New 4.
2-0 everything.
I mean, all right. We'll see. We'll see.
Clockin has figured out
Wait,
Dota, I
is
think,
new-
so we win.
New 4, are you referring to Talus?
Yeah. We've
No.
only had him for 3
Not
for 3 series.
Talus.
What do you mean new?
We've only had him for 3 series.
Wait, what?
We didn't have him the whole season.
What
Alright.
the fuck? What happened to your guy?
Can you?
Snork is friends with him in real life, and he fucked off.
Oh.
or
Alex-
something.
Can you guys
He could-
all post your predictions, and I will be curious who came the closest.
Can you
after-
link me it and maybe?
To open that shit.
Mine is already in there, too easy for Arteezy.
Here's the predictions. So just put create a prediction. I'll be curious who is the closest. I'll make mine. That is not the. I made ours called the hontent communal predictions, and then I'll make one for myself. And then I want to see who of the contenters came the closest.
Yeah,
With the
I'm
playoff
way too
bracket.
fucking lazy to do this on my own. So.
Oh my god,
It'll-
literally
it'll
takes
be
1
mine.
minute.
I'm a
It'll be-
genius.
It literally takes a minute.
Yeah, it's 1 minute. I don't feel like. I'd
You
rather
spent
sit here for
you
3
sp-
hours
It-
than
It
take a
doesn't
minute.
even take a minute. It will literally take you 20 seconds. Because we
Jesus.
just went over all the teams. And you already just said who you think wins each game.
Yeah, no. See, the difference is I'd rather sit here for 3 hours and do like this shit than like click buttons for 20 seconds.
Based. Well, I think
A
that
lazy
is.
bastard.
I think that's the
Yes.
end of this stream. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Maybe we'll do something on the semifinal stage or something. Have some shit talk and stuff. It was. Thanks again though for coming. Wouldn't have been the same without y'all. Appreciated. Any closing thoughts other than Surf's Up thinking he's gonna win it all? Oh, I think I may have lost you guys. Ruh-roh. Hello. Alright. Well, I think my internet died, so I will stop the recording.